Welcome to Manga Palate, the show where I, Ep.53 Luna, here with my co-host,
Manga Chef Isaiah.
read and or watch a thing and talk about it. And okay, so this is the big finale of the shit we've been doing this whole time. Oh man, and guess what? We brought back our special guest.
Hey, like the prodigal son, I return. It's Master Specialist Rashad. Thank you for having me again.
We're completely delighted because holy shit, V3.
Yes.
Oh god,
Yes.
V3.
V3. This is a thing.
V3.
This is a thing.
I'm not even saying a thing yet, but like just V3 in and of itself.
Oh man.
Okay. So, hey, you know where it's at. You know where we're going with this. V3 came out on PS Vita and PS4 in Japan on January 12th, 2017. And he came out literally everywhere else way later, like 8 months later. But hey, everywhere got it at more or less the same time. US, UK, Taiwan, and Steam, September 26th of that year. Australia and EU 3 days later. And it wouldn't be Danganronpa without a bunch of fucking weirdos.
New weirdos.
Yeah.
You need the weirdos, man.
You need the weirdos. Also, the person who voiced Monokuma had to step down because, age and mental disorder. So instead we got Tarako, who, this is a weird pull, but I felt like this would be funny. Everybody knows Inuyasha. Everybody loves Inuyasha. Remember the cat? Kirara?
I think I do.
That cat that never spoke ever, except it went mew a couple of times.
Oh, that's where she came from?
Yeah, she did the voice of the cat.
Yo.
Which means like a couple of times that cat went mute and it was her.
That's true talent right there.
That's a fucking dig, right?
Did they
It's
just
like,
look
yo,
at the
man.
cat?
It's yo, man, you play the animal so well. Come voice this iconic fucking video game character.
Everybody loves this fucking bear. Bear, cat, mammals, good enough. You in there. And Monokuma has 5 kids this time. Also, they're all voiced by the same guy. Koichi Yamadera. Koichi Yamadera's fucking... I looked at his credits and I was like, excuse me? So, you know how Dragon Ball Z has that stuff going on now in Super with all the gods of destructions that are named after alcohol?
Yes, he was Beerus, if I recall.
Yeah,
correctly.
he's Beers.
And one of my favorite roles, he's also Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop. Yeah.
You know who else he is? He's Donald in Kingdom Hearts. Eat a dick.
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Why? What?
Yo.
Who? When? Also,
I didn't know Spike Spiegel was Donald Duck.
Also, Mr. Sky Finance, Akiyama Ryuga Gotoku.
Yo.
They tell Super Chunk to go away. And sings Baka Mitai drunkenly at a bar. All of these are the same person.
I love it.
You can now imagine Donald Duck singing Baka Mitai.
And Spike Spiegel's suit and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. He still has the hat, but his hair is different now.
He still has the hat and has the picture this time is fucking Sora just dying and him.
Oh yeah.
It's
Goofy
it's
and Sora.
Shit.
Baka Mitai. Okay. So now for the regular weirdos, you got Kaede Akamatsu, Shokokokyu pianist. She's a pianist, voiced by Sayaka Kanda. Okay, this is what I found out. Sayaka Kanda played Junko in all of the Danganronpa stage plays. I was like, oh, okay. Also, for the Japanese dub of that Disney movie Frozen, she was the sister. So she was there for the whole fucking movie.
Oh, interesting.
Angie Onaga is the artist. And she's voiced by Sayaka Kanda. I'm sorry, she's voiced by Minori Suzuki. I'm looking, like my eyes are a little, yeah. Who was on Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card Hen as Akiho Shinomoyo. Gonta Kokuhara is voiced by Shunsuke Takeuchi, and he's the entomologist, which is Bug Guy. So, scientist who loves bugs. He's the producer in all the Idolmaster animes. Really?
Really?
Yeah, he also
you're talking about the original one, like
yeah, the one with the first 13.
Holy shit! I did not know that.
Miki, Haruka, all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, that was him. Also, this is for us because we did an episode on it. But do you remember Nambaka, Isaiah?
Yeah.
Do you remember Yamato, the guy with the headband?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Japanese guy.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if this is for anybody. I only bring it up because I'm continually fascinated every time I look it up. But you know Bungo Stray Dogs? And how everybody's named after an author? So he's Howard Phillips Lovecraft. The super racist fish guy man.
Interesting.
I continually am fascinated every time I read the premise of Bungo Stray Dogs. Never do I actually go read it. I feel like I should, but I never do.
Hey man, a lot of people are. It's like I think 2 seasons in so far.
Yeah, but I hear a lot of people talk about books and shit, and they're like, "Oh, it's amazing," and I'm like, I don't. I mean, that sounds interesting. What with the authors who have superpowers or whatever, but I don't know. I'd have to sit down and actually do it sometime. We'll see.
It's just not high on the priority list.
It's really not. It's really not. I am much closer to just playing Monster Prom for the updates than I am reading Bungo Stray Dogs. Anyway, Kivo, the robot, is voiced by Tetsuya Kakihara, who's on real shit. Like, alright, again, Nambaka Uno, yeah, sure, whatever. But also Jin Kisaragi from Blaze Blue.
Yep. And he also voiced somebody you're not in an anime that you're also not really particular to.
I was about to go to it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Natsu from Fairy Tail.
Oh no, not that one. Not just that one.
The one that I actively don't like?
Yeah.
Go for
Gurren Lagann.
He voices Simone from Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
It didn't register with me because I don't.
Who's that? Who's that?
I don't even care. I think that's the other kid, isn't it?
Yes.
With the goggles?
It's the tiny one, yeah.
Yes, just now the asshole with the jacket who then goes like, believe in me that believes in you, don't believe in yourself, and then he dies. And I was like, it sucks. Oh, this is terrible. But I know I stand alone on that. I am the POD song. I stand alone, but I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. No issues whatsoever.
It's all good.
Anyway, this Kaito Momota, Mr. Luminary to the Stars. He's an astronaut. I mean, he's not, but he wants to be.
He's an astronaut in training.
Yeah. An astronaut in training who believes in ghosts. And shits his pants constantly. It's voiced by Ryohei Kimura, who was Akira Takizawa, the lead on Higashi no Iden, which is a really big thing. He was on Haganai as Kodaka, the main guy. And this is for me and all the Fujos out there. It's because it's the not gay Prince of Stride.
Oh.
God, yeah, Prince of Stride. That sick jump made my heart beat quickly.
That's
I had
nice.
yeah, and the thing is called relationing. I can't get over that. The fucking all the stupid sport thing is called relationing.
Mm.
It's so good. It's so not gay. Like it's exactly what the fuck I need. There's Kokichi Oma, who's voiced by my fucking boy Hiroshimono. Hiroshimono should never stop getting work.
Nope.
He's the best ever. He can play smarmy, he can play goofy, he can play like friendly. He's got it all. He was on Kami no Misoshiri Sekai as Keima Katsuragi or the Otoshigami. He was on fucking Bakato Testo as Akihisa Yoshi. He was on I think for a while he was on Otsumatsu-san, right?
I don't recall. Was
He's
he?
one of the main characters.
I don't think
But-
he was.
Yeah, my man does good work. I'm obsessed with fucking Kaminomi. So, yeah, that's not going anywhere. Oh, also, I did this as one of the many things I like to do. I was like seeing what people used to do when they really didn't give a shit. And they were like, I need money or whatever. Oh, yeah, also recently, for people who are super in on it, he's in Boku no Hero Academia as the fire guy who burns himself. What's his name?
Oh,
What's his name? The bad guys.
Oh, one of the bad guys?
Yeah,
Was he the one with the blue flames?
He burns himself. That's why he's all fucked up. He's Yori. He's like, my fire has hurt me.
Oh, I think that's Doggy.
Is that his name?
I think so. Does he have like blue flames and he burns?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has like.
He has burn scars because he's Yori. He burns himself. I super know that that's his thing. Because I was like, oh, that's fun. I like that from King of Fighters. I guess that's here too.
Huh. Did not know that.
Yeah. That's why he's all banged up. Because it's like, I use my fires all the time. But my fire, like, hurts me. And in the long term, it will kill me. So, fuck off.
Hmm. Oh man, I can't even remember. Isaiah, that's not ringing any bells for you?
I don't watch it.
Oh,
you
well. Did you read it at least?
Nope.
Alright, well then no help. Forget it. But I know he was on that. Also, he did the gay porn. Like everybody who needed money at some point. You know, those drama CDs?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wait. I don't think everybody does gay porn. Because
A
they
lot
need
of
money.
people.
A lot of seiyus did it at one point. Yeah.
Like, it's
Really?
just voice acting.
Yeah, I think Kiryu's voice actor did it also.
Yep.
At one point.
A lot of people have done it.
Yeah, and they actually referenced that during Yakuza Kiwami 2. That
Really?
Like, hey, yeah, it's like, remember you used to do these? Yeah, we didn't forget.
I know I didn't forget because somebody decided to use fucking sprites of Olma with the clips from the porn. And I was like, oh yeah, that happened. I forgot about that.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's the right word. Oh my, because like, oh, all right.
It's like there's no other words besides that. It's like
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh. Korekiyo
It's funny,
Hikuji,
but-
anthropologist, is voiced by Kenichi Suzumura, who was Hikaru on Oran High School Host Club. Yeah, everybody loves Oran. He was also on another one of my very many favorite not gay shows, Free, as Momotaro Mikoshiba. And probably more noticeable to any one of those, besides Oran, because Oran is still really big, I would say he was on Mobile Suit Seed.
Yeah, he was Shin.
As
He was
Shin.
Shin.
Yes. Maki Harukawa, okay, so at first it's child daycare lady, and then it's like run back as, alright, cool, I was lying, you got me. Was voiced by Maya Sakamoto, who was on Kuroshitsuji as Seal Phantom Hive, is Nino on Arakawa Under the Bridge, Aegis from Persona 3, Sherry Birkin, and also a friend of mine is really, really into those Bakemonogatari things, and the vampire girl, Shinobu, who's like in all of them, I think, is also voiced by Maya Sakamoto. So yeah.
She's
That's
also married to him, I believe.
Is she married to a guy?
She's married to Suzumura.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. They've been married for a while now.
I can't say I've noticed that besides the list of credits. It's a lot like I know fucking Megumi Hayashibara's married. I don't know to who. I feel like someone else in the industry, but I don't really know off the top of my head. Speaking of which, Suichi Sahara is voiced by Megumi Hayashibara, who was Ranma and Lina from Slayers, and Rei Ayanami, and Ana Koyoyama. And she also did the opening theme for Love Hina. If I have to name where those things are from, man, that makes me feel old. I feel like all of those should be self-explanatory. Do you think those names need to be explained?
No.
People,
I mean, if they're here.
You get it.
Yeah.
They'll definitely be there.
Yeah. I feel that it's free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Shuichi Sahara is the detective. Rantaro Amami, who nobody knows what the fuck he is voiced by Hikaru Midorikawa, who was on Fushigi Yumi, Sakamoto Desuga, who was Kaede on Slam Dunk. He's Akihiko from Persona 3, and also Dio in the PlayStation 2 Phantom Blood game. Yeah.
That's a reach.
That's all things. Do you think the JoJo one was a reach? I feel Slam Dunk was a reach.
He wasn't in any other JoJo's?
No,
Just
it was
that specific one.
Dio in the Phantom Blood PS2 game.
Yeah, that's...
Wow. That
Yeah, that's a reach.
You want to talk about a reach? Mio Iruma is voiced by Haruka Ishida. The only notable thing I found was the fact that she was also in the Danganronpa plays as Chihiro Fujisaki, and then like little bit parts and shit I don't really know. It was kind of sad. Because I was like, oh, damn, that's wild.
Maybe it's like a part ending for...
Yeah, maybe.
It
Also-
might only be like just particular to stage plays.
Maybe she's more of a stage actor.
I think so, yeah.
Fucking Hoshi. Ryo Hoshi is voiced by Akio Otsuka, who's done so much shit. But I feel that the big standouts are Blackjack, Snake, as in from Metal Gear, Seth from Street Fighter 4, and Wham.
He
With
was
the man-
also, he was also Marshall from One Piece for all the shonen fans out there.
Man,
I know that because
I
a
have
girl
no
that
fucking clue what that is.
I know that
Crickets.
because a girl I was courting at the time was really big on One Piece, and she drilled that knowledge into my head.
What a way
I
to
didn't want
say
her
that. A girl I was courting at the time.
You know, I wanted to
We
try
found-
to keep.
we
I want to
found
try and keep it
ourselves-
as PG.
Yeah. We found ourselves enamored with one another.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, all right, dude.
We found ourselves enamored for a few rotations.
Yeah. And yet, it came to an impasse when
And
I
then-
found myself debating her love for One Piece.
And then when I found out this fact, I made a premature exodus.
Yeah. I recused myself from the situation, understanding my stance vis-a-vis One Piece. Anyway.
Sorry, I had to go on that tangent.
Keiko Sabashida, the judo girl, is voiced by Sora Tokui. I feel like you should know that name. Do you know why I think you should know that name?
Because there's a lot of episodes.
Yeah, well, we've mentioned her a few times, always in relation to a specific character.
I feel Isaiah should
Is
know
she
her.
from, wow, what's that shit called? Fulfilled,
It's something you
Come
I've
on.
known you to obsess over. Come on.
It's something we've literally yelled at each other before.
Say the name again?
Sora Tokui.
It does sound familiar.
The thing that she's quoted as saying as that character is also the name of a special move by Brennan Williams. And I talked about it and you were like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah.
Is she from Dog Days?
No.
Well, you like Dog Days?
Yeah.
We
He
saw
does.
3 seasons.
It's all three.
Interesting.
Do you really want to go into Dog Days? You should have been here for that episode.
Holy shit! Interesting.
Like, I was like fucking 20 episodes ago. Talked about that so long ago.
Wow.
Was she in Good Job, Boo?
No.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I don't remember.
Alright. I'll give you one more hint. Love Live.
Is she Makoto?
I said Love Life.
Think about it.
Oh wait, is she Nico Toga?
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
The girl's name is the website. Her name is Nico Yazawa.
Nico Toga.
She says Nico Ni.
That was close.
Nico Toga's a website.
Yeah.
It's not close. That's like if I went, oh, hey, E-Bombs World, and I was like, no, wait, you're Isaiah. No, that doesn't make sense.
That's like when you're
Nico.
Yeah. Nico Ni. We've literally yelled that at each other sometimes.
You're putting shame on yourself right now.
I feel ashamed.
And you should. And you should. There's no reason not to, honestly. Tsumugi Shirogane is voiced by Mikako Komatsu. And Mikako's done a lot of shit I really like.
There's one in particular.
Two I can think of. That I'm like, oh shit, yeah. But first I would like to go for a real big reach. How many people know Nep Nep?
I know Nep Nep.
Everybody knows Nep Nep.
I think it's like
Nep
two
Nep's
people.
It's
her background picture.
She is the character that represents the franchise of Tekken. Tekken-chan. I shit you not.
Is a Tekken character? Nep Nep.
Well, no, it's a girl who looks like Jin, and her name is Tekken-chan.
Oh.
What game is she in?
He just said it.
Oh,
which Nep Nep game?
Oh, which Neptunia? Shit.
Two games.
You would know that.
Saying that.
Oh, she's in Hyperdimension.
It's Hyperdimension, Neptunia.
And she has a bear next to her.
The one that starts with a V.
Victory?
Is it Victory? I think I'm thinking of Victory.
That's the only one I've seen that has a V on the cover.
I think it is Victory.
You should know this. You know what?
I remember the character in the way that I remember that bit where you're like, find a thing and then Snake is in a box and you're just pretending that you don't see Snake in a box. Because the shit I remember about Nep Nep is something no one else cares about. Like, I remember the fact, it is Victory.
Mm-hmm.
But, hold on, I was gonna say, the shit I remember about Nep Nep is really fucking dumb.
It's stuff that only you can remember, basically.
Yeah, it's like that time that everyone finds out that the PS3 likes the cosplay, and everyone's like, wow, I can't believe you like to cosplay PS3. And she's like, I swear to God, if you tell anybody, I will destroy all of your companies with no remorse. This is what I remember about Nep Nep. Does anyone else remember that about Nep Nep? Didn't fucking think so. Does anybody else remember Hina Matsuri? No? Didn't fucking think so. I only say that because she was also working on that. But the two things I'm really big on is from Nisekoi, she's my favorite one, Sugumi, Seishiro Sugumi, the one that was raised as a dude, but then becomes a model. Is that the end of her thing, right?
Is that what happens?
Hey, because like the other two, like they, Goto gets married to his friend, and he gets married to Chitoge, which I still feel is the worst decision, but fine, something. It's always the first go, who cares? And then Onodera is a pastry chef, and her sister's like cuts her hair. Yeah, I remember her being a model. They're like, oh yeah, she's coming to her own as vis-a-vis her female identity. But second thing that I was like really hyped about when I saw her name, I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's Totsuka Saika, the best character from another thing that I'm not too big on. Yahari Ore, the tennis guy.
Is that the only guy you like?
Oh shit, the trap, shit.
I like the teacher. I like the teacher, the protagonist, and the tennis guy, and that's it. I could give a shit about anybody else.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
But yeah, I love that tennis guy. He's great. He's the best. He's beyond adorable. Like fucking fantastic.
You did it.
I feel like there's one more I haven't said yet. Oh yeah, Kirumi Tojo, the maid, is voiced by Kikuo Inoue.
Fuck, she's in a lot of shit.
She's been working since like what, 99?
Oh yeah, she's been in the business for a long time.
Yeah, like 89. Because Megumi Hayashibata is working from 99.
She was in a lot of shit. She was
that thing with like the 12 fucking Chinese animal people. You know what I'm talking about?
You mean Fruit Basket?
No, it's like, no, that's different. That's if a girl touches you, turn into a thing.
Because you said Zodiac, I just thought.
Yeah, you know, Sumomomo, Momomo.
Oh, Sumomo Momomo. She was what's her name? Inaho.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of. I'm like, fuck, what's her name?
Yeah, she was in that. She was in Lucky Star, I think.
She was one of the
Lucky
family members.
Yeah, she was in Lucky Star, and most notably, I know her from is Rama 1.5. She was Kasumi.
Was she?
Yeah, she was the oldest daughter of the Tendo family.
Oh, she's Akihisa's older sister in Bakato Testo.
Oh, shit.
Explicitly tells him, "Let's fuck," and he's like, "That's not funny."
You're not gonna find anyone else, and I'm not gonna let you.
What he keeps saying is, "That's not funny," because he after a certain point, I guess, just assumed it's still a joke. When she's like, "Let's fuck," and he's like, "No."
After a while, it just becomes kind of weird to me. At least.
Weird? Kind of weird. I feel it's overtly weird.
It's just like she's pretty much doing like the rational denominator. So like, yeah, you're probably not gonna find anyone else because you're that stupid, and you're finally not gonna mate. So I'm probably the best option for you.
What I also remember about that was when all his friends come over to his house, and the girls are like, "Oh, I can't believe he's living with the girl. That's weird." And it's like, "That's my sister." It's like, "Yeah, his sister's also trying to fuck you though." And he's like, "Okay, hey, shut up."
Hey, come on, stop that. Don't say that.
Shut the fuck up. All right, shut up right now. And then like fucking Kinoshita Hideyoshi comes over, and like he loses his shit hugging Hideyoshi, and sister goes like, "Hey, wait a second. You know what? I don't think I'd mind if you're with my brother." He goes, "Actually, I'm a guy." He goes like, "Yeah, that's exactly why. Like being with a guy, that's cool. Can't have a girl though. That's not gonna work. You're too stupid for that." Also, she's the teacher in Rosario to Vampire. I had to put that out there because, man, I love Rosario.
Oh, she's Nekomiya?
Yeah, Nekonome.
There you go.
Shizuka Nekonome. God, I know that too well. I was just like, actually, it's
Because yo, I remember Neko being part of her name because she's a cat girl.
Yeah,
but you beat me to it.
I know everybody's fucking name of that thing for no reason. He's on his birthday is December 9th. Why do I know that? I don't know. It's just, it's there.
Something you know.
It's there. What did I eat yesterday? God knows. I don't know.
Sorry, it's birthday though. Oh yeah.
December 9th. That's the meeting. I don't know why I remember that. That's stuck. But yeah, that's pretty much everybody. Oh, right. Also, my favorite character, Himiko Yumeno. I forgot. The magician. Voiced by Ai Tanaka, who was on Imoto Umaru-chan as the main girl. She's on Show by Rock, which is always for me, because damn, I love Show by Rock for no reason, as a pine. And she was the voice for one of the Vocaloids, Otomachi Una. Which is like 80 Vocaloids, so I'm not surprised eventually someone else got that job.
Interesting.
So yeah. Alright. So with regards to E3, let's not dive into the deep end immediately.
I mean, I could go into that anytime you're ready, man.
Yeah, that's right. Let's not do that right off the bat.
You should talk about the premise, I guess.
I mean, it's Danganronpa, so people wake up in a place. It's a little bit different. People wake up in a place.
It's kind of the same premise, man.
I would say that the biggest difference is that they're like in a prison thing. It's like, it's not
Yeah.
a school exactly, but then it is a school, but it's a broken down shitty school.
Oh wait, I was thinking of something that like spells the ending.
Yeah, no, that's not what I meant.
uh,
As I said, let's keep that for a beat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, it's all the same murder stuff. The one cool, interesting thing is that at the beginning, the character that you're playing commits the murder, so you end up having to switch again immediately.
you also get to talk to the people as a girl.
Yeah.
That was interesting for a while.
Can I just say how much I love Yumeno? Like, so much. She's the best. There's something just so funny about her insisting everything is magic and that you should shut the fuck up.
But it is magic, though. You don't know what she's saying.
Yeah, like the second chapter when she's involved with the fucking murder thing. It's like, okay, cool. So since we're gonna investigate the murder thing, we had to figure out how you set up the trick. Because if we don't set up the trick, then we might have to put you away for the murder. And she's like, what? What do you mean trick? It's magic. And like, yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, so from my understanding, basically there's like a fake panel under the thing, and then you get out from under the backside, and then you do that, right? That's how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm willing to cooperate with you insofar that I understand that is how a normal person would be able to do that. I, on the other hand, did not do that because I am magic. Like, fine, I don't really fucking care. The point is, that's the trick.
So you gotta keep the train rolling any way you can, man. That's the best.
That's the trick. So clearly someone else could have done it. Didn't necessarily. Whatever, lady. I just wanted to be on the record that it's magic. Shut up. Shut up right now.
You know, it's magic.
When
You can write that in your little notes or whatever.
Yeah, it's magic. You could have been executed. Yeah, but magic though. Yeah, alright, whatever. I don't care. You're alive. Who gives a shit?
She has a witch pot. She has like a cauldron in her lab.
Everybody has their own lab, so they get like a neat little room with all their stuff. And you're right, her room has a witch's cauldron.
Because her stores are SP.
MP.
MP, yeah.
Just like health points. I also like how she goes, alright, I would do that super cool magic thing. Like, I say I would, but like I'm really low on MP right now. Like, I could do it. Just saying. Like, if you needed me to, I would super do it, but like, I should take a nap first or something. Shut up! Shut the fuck up right now. No. I'm just, I'm always here. I got my magic stuff. I'm really tired right now. Nah. It's like every time you talk to her. I love that so much. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is hysterical. I could do it, but I'm not about that right now. Or I understand that's what you think happened, but really the answer is magic. Although there's that part she just yells magic at you repeatedly. Like during the court case, she just yells the word magic. And it's like, okay, she's crazy. Moving on. To, find out who committed that murder and killed a delightful tennis guy, Ryoma Hoshi.
If you guys are wondering why me and Isaiah are so silent, we literally cannot step on Will's platform when it comes to Yumino. Like,
yeah,
he needs his moment.
I was gonna say she also has a Kansai accent.
Yeah, she does. And it's amazing. I love it so much. It's really in there.
Is it Kansai though?
Yeah. It's like the weird part, like by Kyoto, like in the far west end.
Wow. And also she got into that really special magic art. That's an actual thing.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
She did the thing that's based on the actual fucking magic place that's here in California. Like she straight up says it when you go hang out with her. What is it, the Magician's Castle?
Yeah, it sounds right.
I think it's called the Magician's Castle. But like, that's a real place.
Mm.
Magician's Castle, Rashad.
I can't even remember. It's been a while. It's been a while since I hung out with the guy with the characters, man.
I mean, like, it's a real place. It's
Yeah,
a
it
place
should
that
be.
No, because
Magical Palace, right? Or Magical Castle.
I think it's literally called the Magic Castle.
Magic Castle.
Yeah, it's so it's this place here in America that's like actual magicians go to hang out there, and only people who are validated by really famous magicians are allowed in there.
Oh, it's that Magicians Club, right?
Yeah.
In Hollywood.
Yeah, I think it's actually just called the Magic Castle.
Yeah.
That's crazy that's a super real thing. And she's like, oh yeah, I went to the Magic Castle. I did tons of shows there. I was like, wait, what? You did shows at the Magic Castle? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally legit.
Master super love shit at the Magic Castle, so like I would just go there and do stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm the youngest person to have ever done a show at the Magic Castle, and I'm like, holy shit, that's actually really impressive for someone like a crazy person.
Mm-hmm.
Although I would guess less crazy than everyone else,
Slightly less crazy, yeah.
because there's significantly crazier people. Like
with this,
yeah.
Like with this particular installment, like they definitely like upped the ante when it came to like the weirdness. Like 2 had its unique share of like just bizarreness when it came to how like the individual characters, but 3 I feel like really reaches that level. Like, oh man, we were JoJo part 3 now. Now we're part 5. Like, we're really getting nuts.
I should say it was part 1, and then it's part 3. It's like, fuck it, there's ghosts, and I can make the sun in my hands, and also that blind man shoots water. It's like, what's happening? That orangutan, he likes porn, and also his ghost is a boat. When I was like, okay, we were just doing vampires. When did you get to this? Like, I don't know, man. I just got to this at some point. But yeah, you're right. She did do a show at the Magic Castle. She like name drops the Magic Castle, which is like, wow, okay, that is a real thing.
That's just something you accomplished. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm also, but I mean, I guess that's her thing, right? She's the best magician of all time. Whatever. Even though she keeps insisting her magic is super real.
Yeah, man.
It's like, that's not how that works, but sure.
Yep. She rocked with David Blaine, all of them. Just looked at you, he's like, kid, you all right.
James Randi had an aneurysm trying to prove her magic wrong. And that's how James Randi died.
Oh, man. Chris Angel wishes he could be you.
Chris Angel can't get anyone to believe it's magic. He just tells everyone it's fucking crazy. And then they're like, wow, that is crazy.
That just freaked your minds. That's what it is.
God, what the fuck was... What? It was Human Giant, right? That had the sketch about Chris Angel where he takes the guy's dick off.
Oh, I think it was, yeah.
It's like, whoa, man, you just freaked. He's like, look up there. And then he looks at the wall and there's like a dildo stuck to the wall. He's like, holy shit, man. You magicked my dick away. And Human Giant was an underrated show. Paul Scheer deserves the chance to write random stand-up sketch comedy. At least he's got his own work going on now.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that was a spiral.
Such is the course.
I was gonna say, I found this out while still on the topic of Yumeno, I guess. Her English voice actor also did the voice for fucking Nanami. But in Japanese, they're 2 completely different people. I don't really know much about the English voice actors. I just thought that was interesting. They're like, oh yeah, and in the English voice actors, they just got the same lady. I was like, oh, okay. Huh.
I wouldn't even know that because I don't listen to. I've yet to listen to a single dub for Danganronpa. So
I listened to Yumeno's voice because I was like, how different is it when the demo came out? And I was like, not really that different. All right.
That's good.
Yeah. Also, Shinkuchi's just a crazy person. So like, yeah, there's crazier people. besides, you know, magic is real. There's the actual lunatic.
Supreme Overlord.
Can I? No, that's Oma.
No. That's Oma.
He's
talking
not.
about Shinguji, the
He's a lying
anthropologist.
little shit. But I mean, Mr. Anthropologist guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy that wants to.
Okay,
Kill.
actually, I want to say something about that. Is he a reference to Psycho? He feels like a reference to Psycho.
Who's Psycho?
It's the movie where
The movie Psycho. I don't.
Anthony Perkins like dresses as his mom to kill people.
I don't really know, because that was his mom. He is particular to his sister.
Yeah, but it's still the whole I'm gonna turn into this person because they live on through me. And whenever somebody talks about their family member, they go nuts.
That might be Psycho. I never thought about that. Shit.
I feel that there's always been a bunch of weird movie references throughout all of this stuff. If not only just movies, like references to in and of themselves. Because in Danganronpa, or at least 1 and 2, right? There's always a double murder for the third case. And again, there was a double murder in the third case. But I feel V3 has a unique reason for that. Well, we'll get to that. I'm gonna keep poking at it because, like, man, that gets to me. But no. But yeah, like, I don't know. It feels like a Psycho thing.
I think so too. I never even thought about it like that.
I don't know. It's just like weirdly specific that it's like also addresses this person so that way they live on through me. And don't you talk about them because you don't know them. I do everything for them. They mean the world to me. It's weird. Also in the book, it sort of implies that Norman was molested by his mother, so... He had a weird sexual relationship with his mother. So, in Danganronpa, you still have the free time events where you hang out with people. But then there's also the keys that you get for the salmon school mode thing, where you like spend the night at a love hotel with each of them.
Love Across the World.
It's the universe. Yeah. Because Across the Universe reminds me of the Beatles song. That is actually why I remember that. I think the whole title is Love Across the Universe Dangan Salmon Team. This is just a fish wiggling there.
Do you get the keys from there or you get it from the casino?
You get it from the casino, I believe.
Yeah.
No, you gotta buy the coins. You gotta get the coins from the casino.
You don't buy the coins, you win the coins.
That's what I mean. You gotta get the coins from the casino, like win the mini games, and then you exchange them for the keys.
One thing I did was I got the fucking skill that lets you double up the amount you earn per case, right? And I just kept replaying Shinguji's case because you get like 450 something coins. I mean, you double up, it's like 900. So then I just go to the casino and go, all right, give it this, tell me all in casino coins. Cool, now give me that key.
Me in particular, I took the coward's way out and just save scummed every single hotel event.
Yeah, but you can't watch them all at once.
That's fine, but I want everything.
Exactly, like, you
want
want them all. But like I said, that's why I call it the coward's way out.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go through all that work.
Yeah. And, alright, can we go into those for a minute? Because, like, are we even going to describe this story by detail? Like, no, it's just pretty wild.
Go play it.
Yeah, I mean, go play it. But there's going to be a point where we talk about the ending nonstop. So I guess you'll have to add a thing there as we're like, spoilers from here or whatever.
Nah.
But with your talk about your newfound editing skills.
I'm not going to do all that work.
Damn.
You give up at the weirdest places.
I mean, they should know.
Passionate about almost everything that we mentioned, but when it comes to that, he's like, nah.
They should know by now.
I guess
they should have played it by now. We gave them like an extra 3 weeks. I don't know.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, this is recorded really behind because we couldn't get our schedules to link up for this one. But anyway, yeah. I mean, it's the regular Danganronpa thing of murder. Shit, let's investigate the murder. Wait, that's the reason for the murder? Okay. I'll never get over Celesco, and I wanted the money.
So I just wanted the money. That's it.
Like, at least I'll buy Shinguji's crazy shit. That makes at least like slightly more sense than I wanted the money. So what are you gonna do with the money? Like, yeah, he's a crazy person. He could believe that that's the right thing. But whatever. Also, fun fact, the salmon red whatever the fuck is a reference to a Japanese matchmaking TV show. So, that's a thing. It's called Neutron Red Whale Gang. So that's the salmon, the red salmon, whatever. Which is it kind of goes into the Danganronpa thing of they meet each other, then you get free time to hang out, and then you like talk to a camera and go like, "Ooh, this is what I think."
Ooh, can we talk about the free time?
Yeah, I do. Go ahead.
Remember, Miyu?
Iruma?
Oh, Iruma?
Yeah. Her first thing. Hey, you want to see my tits? I know you want to feel them. She's super aggressive.
Yeah, she's really hard. She's real flat out with you. It's like, oh, okay. Is that what we're doing today? It's like, yeah, that's what we're doing today. I guess she just kind of assumes there's no other reason to talk to her. She's like, I'm the smartest person in the world. And I'm hot. Totally want to fuck me, right? Okay. Sure.
I guess.
Are you super excited about having big boobs? Is that a thing for you? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Also, when you hang out with her as Kaede, she also goes on with, like, you got tiny tits. You got sad. I think there's a thing that's like, you got sad, sour, dumpy tits. I was like,
Yeah.
Wow. That's aggressive.
That is really aggressive. I think one of the dialogue choices when you play as Akamatsu, when you're interacting with Iruma, you get responses like, yeah, you got small tits. It's like, hey, my shits are really big. And she's like, oh yeah, word? Let me feel them real quick. And she just stomps her in the fucking stomach. It's like, what did you do that for? It's like, could you try to touch my tits? Like, I'm not gonna let you do that.
Quit.
Like, I just want to feel a little bit.
Quit it, you weird pervert. Quit it.
I don't want that.
Yeah. That does sound right.
Yeah, like Iruma to me is a character I've seen in the Danganronpa fandom as somebody that they're not very privy to because they feel like, oh, you know, she's too vulgar, you know,
she's weird as shit.
She's weird as shit. But I'm thinking like,
I love it.
Yeah, like if you look
funny as hell.
The context of how she is and how she like just comes out with these words and like how she interacts with people, it kind of makes sense because like she doesn't know how to talk to people for shit.
Also, like by the time you're finishing it up, it shows that she is legitimately like interested in talking to people and getting to know them better. It's just she had like that head thing, and then suddenly this became her whole new gimmick.
Oh yeah, what was the ending?
Always like this.
What was the ending for her? I remember I shouldn't really word a gimmick.
Wait, okay. When you say ending, do you mean the ending of the free time events or the date? Because the date was different. The date is the one where she's like, I'm in love with you and shit. And then like the graduation event is the last one, and it's the one where she gives you the candy that has like her blood and stuff in it.
Yeah, that one.
And I was like, I'm okay with this.
This is cool.
I explicitly remember the conversation we had where she's like, I put my fingernails in this thing, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Nah.
No. No.
Oh,
man. You know what I would have been down with? Put your blood in there. I'm okay with that. And I'm like making concessions.
Man.
Like there's ways to do this where I don't hate myself. But like it's chewy. I don't like that. Don't do that to me.
This chick will fit right in the islands, man.
This is kind of weird.
She
but
would
like,
fit
you know what? If
right
it's like you can like put blood in the chocolate, okay, I could work with that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. It reminds me of that fucking thing from what's the name of that thing? Shimoneta.
Oh, the half Russian chick, right?
Yeah, Anna, whatever.
Yeah, she fucking puts her love juice in the cookies and he eats it.
Correct.
And he's like, what the fuck? It's just
the cookie.
Weird.
I go, this is weird. And she goes, ever since I've been thinking about you, there's been juices flowing, and I use them in the cookies. He's like, I'm sorry, what?
Like, what?
Whereas I, on the other hand, I'm like, okay, fine.
That's cool,
whatever.
right?
I don't care.
It's like, hey, it's cookies, man.
Yeah, it's fine. It's edible, right? I'm not dying, so who cares?
Yeah, man.
If you try to poison me, this is a problem.
Because honestly, that's like a really like where I'm from, where my mother's side of the family is from in the islands. I'm told that's a really in the Caribbean. Like I'm told that's a really normal thing that females do for their partners. Like usually, like they put blood in whatever food they're making for them. They can urinate in them. Huh?
As a treat thingy?
It's like it's part of like this superstition how basically like, you know, part of me is inside of you and that signifies we're gonna be together. Yeah.
There's this thing that people used to do. I don't know if anyone still does it. It's a superstition.
They still do it. Like I said, that's why I said she'd fit right in at the island.
This one from Japan. That's like if you shave your pubic hair and put it in a little like trinket, it's like magic, good luck, whatever.
I feel like that's a thing people still do because, you know, with the internet, like if you read about it, pretty much people will buy it.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and they're like, oh yeah, somewhere like 300 years ago, I know people did that all the time, and be like, oh, your girlfriend knows you're gonna be gone for like months. Boom, there you go, and it's in a little baggie, and it's a little fortune thingy, and it's like, here, you got good luck now. It's like, oh, okay, you made me this trinket, that's nice. But like that was the thing. I was like, I don't know if anybody still does that, but that was a thing that happened at one point. So like so I put my blood in the food thing is vis-a-vis magic shit. Yeah, I get that. That's fine. That's whatever. I just don't want something that's chewy. Maybe not nails is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's the line, huh?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like if something I won't overtly like have to deal with. That's why I was like the cookies. Yeah, that's weird, but that's not gonna like kill me. So fine. I won't like choke on a nail. I like, yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Not even saying like I'm so hype. I'm just saying I am okay with this.
You don't even raise a fuss. You're just like, well, it's something to eat. Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
Thank you. I notice you really put your all in this. In a very strange way, but you put your all in it. So that
makes me happy. It's all
cool.
good.
That's cool. Yeah, exactly.
It's all good.
So I'm like,
Shinzo Abe would approve.
of like that, yeah, and I'm like, this is not a no.
Whatever brings us together.
Just the ghost, like a holographic, semi-transparent face of Shinzo Abe is in the clouds, nodding his head, confirmingly.
That's how you do it.
Accept her for who she is. We need to raise the birth rate by any means necessary. Like, got it.
Okay, dude, got it. It's good for the good of the country. Cool.
That fucking made me laugh when you showed me the thing about Dana-sama, and it's like what I expected and what I got, and I was like, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So many things in Danganronpa end with, and then I married the girl because I was like, she's kind of crazy, but she's my kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's also how Inuma's thing ends. So she's like, she's probably gonna hate me and throw me away because I'm weird, right? Because I'm a fucking mess, and it's like, I'm gonna get creeped about. I'm gonna creep him out, but he's gotta understand, right? Because like, if anybody's gonna understand, it's gonna be him. I was like, yeah, I'm totally willing to understand. It's cool. It's cool. Just, yeah, it's cool.
I mean, if you wanted to be really fucked up, you could be like, hey, nobody else is gonna get you, so.
Would have gone with the. Yeah, of course I'll accept you. You have no choice.
If you wanted to be really fucked up.
You're right. So it was like,
it's like who else is gonna put up with your shit? Come on.
It was a pie made from hair, which feels like a sex pun. A cookie with fingernail and the chocolate with blood. Which I'm like, I'm okay with the chocolate. Not sure about those cookies.
What about the hair?
feel like I've accidentally eaten my own hair sometimes. I could do that. Pretty sure I could do that.
I'm not even sure.
I don't wear a hairnet when I cook. I feel like I've accidentally eaten a hair or two of myself sometimes.
Yeah, but like,
go through with that. You're a braver man than me, man.
but like a
I'm
whole.
just saying.
Nah, that's not.
What, like a...
Like that.
Like a whole, like a
I don't
fist.
think it's a fistful of hair. I'm gonna go out on a limb because he sees one hair and he goes like, "Is that a hair?" And she's like, yeah, I added some hidden ingredients." I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And that's when she goes like, I made other stuff like cookies and fingernails and chocolate with blood. Like, yeah.
It's like, what were you trying to accomplish with this?
I'm glad you made that, but I'm concerned about the hygiene. I don't know how to feel about that. But I'm like, blood, that's okay by me. I'm not good with those fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
The blood chocolate, that's alright. That's fine, that's whatever. But yeah, and then she also gives you like the right to date her or whatever.
Mm.
I do like that about her though. It's just goofy and fucking weird. I can understand when people are like, she's really vulgar. I was like, yeah, but it's mostly just kind of a goof. I don't think she even really means half the shit she says, because if you press her on it, she gives up immediately.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to go is like, "Would you say bitch?" And she's like, bitch.
I'm sorry. I am a bitch, yeah.
It's like what she says half the time.
Like, it is a very, very obvious flaw that Oma takes full advantage of
He
later on.
loves it. He thinks it's
loves doing it.
It's like, horse says what? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought. Shut your fucking mouth. Anyway.
He called her a cum dumpster.
Yeah, and then she was like, "I've always wanted somebody to call me that." And I was like, well, okay.
Alright.
Works. That works. I am also okay with this. I don't really care. I'm too busy trying to solve a murder while you guys do your fucking slapstick routine.
Yeah, that's a dude.
Fucking.
And then he goes and kills her. Doesn't care.
Well, he tricks Gokuhara into doing
Tricks Gokuhara.
He
into pretty much
basically
doing it.
killed her. He knew Gokuhara was also
It's
super
It's
comical.
not even like he did it himself. He's like, "Hey, Gokuhara, you know what's up though? What if this is really dangerous?" And he's like, "Oh shit, I do want to protect everybody." Yeah, totally right. She's so dangerous. Oh fuck.
She was gonna kill Oma too, so.
I mean, to be fair, he might have almost gotten everyone killed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Everything in Danganronpa is, and then this guy thought about killing somebody, and then somebody killed him. Or this guy was thinking about being a cool guy, and then he turned out to be a bad guy. Or he thought he was doing the cool thing, and then that was the bad thing.
Mhm.
It's exactly like how Hoshi died. Like when Hoshi died, he's like, well, I mean, nobody's really gonna give a shit, so whatevs. I was like, Hoshi, don't fight back. I told you, I was like, alright, well, I guess he's ready too. He knows why we're doing this.
He's like, I don't remember you on death row, so I fight it.
I also love that everyone gets a thing that's like, hey, here's the person who's waiting for you. And then Hoshi gets nobody.
Nothing. He's like, shit, I got nothing.
I got nothing. Fuck it. Who cares? You probably got a better reason than me. Do it. And then it's like, I do. All of Japan is depending on me. The glorious nation of the rising sun needs me.
And
What
she's
else
the only
does a
one that
lady
runs.
besides need to be needed? Yeah, she's the only one that tries to get away.
Yes. She's the only one who runs. Which is surprising to me. Because everyone was cheering her on like, yo, fucking run!
Do it!
Do it! Run!
Do it!
Yo, how has nobody made a fucking clip of the fucking Smokey from Scary Movie just saying that shit to her during that execution?
I saw running in the 90s.
Oh god.
Cause that always happens.
Oh,
Anytime someone is running and makes a turn, there is an initial deed thing.
Anytime you make the Kansei drift, just play that shit. Do it. Smoke it.
That's but yeah. Tried to run it. Couldn't make it.
She's actually the first person in the series to do that, I believe.
Yeah, well, that's what I say. I said she's the only person to have ever run.
To like try to escape the inevitable.
Legitimately, go, fuck it, I'm out.
Yo, I ain't sticking around for this.
I kind of wish she had gotten to the cave of the stupid Ultimate Death game.
Yeah.
The tunnel. I was like, can you get out?
Then you actually could get out.
Yeah.
I don't know how. It looks impossible.
Did you do it?
Like 8 hours. Don't say I did it like, oh, it's first try, fucking 360
no
scope.
You
Like,
did
Of course not. Like,
it was me sitting there and save scumming.
Like, yo.
I memorized the path.
Obviously, he has some kind of like strategy in mind when he was.
I basically memorized the path. I was like, all right, this. Like, it took me a very long time.
Like, does anything happen when you clear it?
Hit a giant white void.
You get the credits.
Oh, back at the fucking place.
Oh no, you don't.
You're like, well, all right.
Wow.
It wasn't even worth it. It wasn't even worth it. I spent all that time. It wasn't even worth it.
I sound like a good 3 hours. Then I looked it up. So yeah.
That's fiction suiting at its finest, Lil.
Yep.
Like, the characters feel this way. Now you gotta feel.
You get the achievement.
You got me. Yeah, I guess I got an achievement. Yes, I got 5 points to my trophy score on
5
PS.
points to the trophy score.
Yeah, I guess
8 hours of this shit.
And then I get like a white screen. It's like, well, I guess we're back at the school. Well, then fuck this. Forget it.
8 hours for a bronze.
I don't care anymore.
He's like, I feel accomplished, but all right.
I'm mad you reminded me of that. I'm actually mad. I remember that now. I just remember going like, okay, wait, no. Oh, so it goes up. Okay, so then that means, all right, reload. Okay, here we go. I could do this. Fucking hours. Part of it, I like woke up early because I do stuff before I go to work, and then I ended up not doing any of it because I said, you know what, I'll keep trying at the thing before I go to work. And then it's like, oh shit, I gotta go to work. I didn't even make myself lunch. It was stupid.
I know, that's
stupid.
I could do this.
I throw myself at walls a lot. That's just what it is.
Hey man, that's why we love you. It's all good. Trying for the impossible when you've already been told, yeah, it's impossible. Don't do it.
What is it? What's the thing from Gurren Lagann? Something, the impossible. Row, fight the power. The best friends say it all the time, so I know that it's a thing.
Dude, oh yeah, I forgot Wooly loves Gurren Lagann.
All of those fucks love Gurren Lagann.
He's got the fucking flag in it near his pool and shit.
Yeah, they never shut up about it. Every time they find an excuse to talk about it, they talk about it.
How does
know it? But I never liked it.
Wait, that's the thing. How do they live with themselves with all the shit they gorge about on Eva? Like, how's that possible?
I don't know.
Like, yo, fucking Gurren Lagann spits in the face of everything Eva sets out to do.
I mean, yeah. Okay, it's do the impossible, see the invisible.
Do the impossible. There you go. Do the impossible, see the invisible.
Touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. That's so fucking dumb. I love it. It's so very clearly stupid bullshit, but the idea that somebody hears that and goes, yeah, I will.
So I will do that.
How do you get motivated by that? It's just the opposite.
Yeah, it's like touch the untouchable, break the unbreakable. Yeah.
Drink the undrinkable.
It's like you're just reinstating that
That's
impossible.
The unedible.
Like, why do you keep reinstating? Like, yeah, you ain't gonna do this, but do it anyway. Oh my god.
What I don't know. Think of other things that are antithetical. Heat the unheatable. I don't know. It seems fucking dumb.
Freeze the unfreezable.
But they love it so honestly, and I'm like, all right, guys, it's cool.
So y'all do what y'all want.
Yeah, do whatever, you know. Like, it's not my thing, so whatever.
Y'all think Eva's the best thing ever? It's okay. Fine. Cool.
Yeah, Eva's cool.
He was cool, I guess. I mean, I would think that if I hadn't seen Gunbuster or Ideon already, but alright.
A lot of things that make you.
A lot of things that came out before Eva, man.
I remember, like, having grown up in, like, the early 2000s, which is still the late 90s, and seeing so many things that are like, yeah, cool, awesome, blah. And I was like, this is fucking dumb. Stuff that's, like, trying to be cool but being dark. And I was just like, this is unnecessary. It seems like you're just trying to be cool by not being the regular thing, but that doesn't necessarily make you any better, Spawn. Like, you're still Spawn. I don't know why it's gonna make me go like, yeah, Spawn's the coolest. It reminds me of, like, fucking, you remember, like, God of War, where you just randomly grab innocent civilians and murder them? And people are like, yeah, Kratos is the coolest. And I'm like, alright, cool, whatever.
Right.
Okay, bonus points for grabbing this lady and throwing her inside of the gears to hold the door open. And I was like, okay, sure. Whatever.
Whatever.
And that's the alternative was never cool to me either, which is why I never liked Gurren Lagann. I was like, both of you are stupid. I'm gonna go read a horror manga. This is bullshit. I actually forgot what it was. CD unseeable.
See the invisible.
CD invisible, because you can't see it, but you can if you fight the power. I think.
Block the unblockable.
Yeah, punch the unpunchable. That's why I was like undrinkable. I don't know. It doesn't seem to matter at all.
Wouldn't that just be poison though?
What?
Drink the undrinkable, wouldn't it just be poison?
It's probably drinking
That's
poison.
probably drinking poison, yeah.
But Isaiah, you don't have to believe that you'll survive. Believe in the me that believes in you.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'll drink it. Gulp, gulp.
Like that kid, I said, drink the hot sauce. Do it. And then he did it. I was like, why did I do that? I don't know, man. You could have just not done it. I don't know. Why the fuck listen to me? But yeah, she tried. She tried running.
She tried to get away.
Everybody should try something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, right, about the fucking nighttime thing where you go with them to a love hotel and then you're like their ideal partner or whatever. Mm-hmm. Goku Hara made me uncomfortable.
What was his?
Because he's so gentle.
Yeah, it's more like you're teaching him what it means. It feels weird. It's like he's mentally 6, and I'm not okay with that. I just think, how do I do this? What do I do? Okay, sure. You're the one who's older. You can guide me. Just tell me what to do. And I'm like, ooh, I don't feel comfortable about this. Maybe it's because I'm in my 20s and he's like 16. That I'm like, this feels weird.
Damn.
Not okay with this.
Just listen to that. Yeah.
Yeah. What?
I don't know if that's a sign of how old I've gotten when that kind of thing just makes me uncomfortable. But
I think it's because he's like mentally 10. Because he's Tarzan.
Oh yeah.
So he's like not actually his age.
I thought he was he's supposed to be Mowgli.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Wolves.
because he was raised by
Mowgli was raised by wolves.
Yeah. He was raised by wolves as well.
He raised by wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Yeah, I remember you telling us that too.
Lizards.
Me that.
Like, raised by lizards.
No, I remember saying to you, like, oh, so he's basically Tarzan. He's like, no, he's Mowgli. He's raised by wolves.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, wasn't he raised by lizards?
Wolves, man.
Oh, I'm gonna Google it right now because that's super like lizard man. And I was
That's
like,
such a weird thing to Google.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
fuck
Goku
you.
Hara, raised by wolves? Question mark?
Or lizards.
Gonta Gokuhara Danganronpa V3. Okay, hold on. Live research. Live research is needed. Because, yeah, Mowgli does make sense if it was wolves. Okay, hold on. Okay, as a young child around preschool age, Gonta got lost in the woods while searching for insects. Gonta survived thanks to being raised by a family of reptiles. a race of dinosaur people who evolved from surviving dinosaurs and lived hiding amongst losing a battle for a dominant species against humans long ago.
That sounds even more stupid than I was thinking.
I remembered it was like, wait, he was raised by like fucking like Aztec lizard men. And then he said, "Oh, I was raised by wolves." And then later on, when you get
he said that originally, but he said that to someone else. Like I remember him saying he was raised by a family of kind, nice wolves.
He said that.
But he was lying about it.
Because when you get closer to him, he goes, "All right, to tell you the truth, like I was raised by these lizard men, and the lizard men were like, human, and then they told me you can't tell people about us because they'll exterminate us."
So technically, I wasn't lying when I said he said that.
I thought you were saying he was super raised by wolves, and I'm like,
no.
Raised by lizard men, and the wolves was a cover story. He did X-Files. It's like, and then there were monsters there the whole time.
Because, like, when you told me that the first time, he's like, oh, no, he's Mowgli. He was raised by wolves. I went back, and then I saw the line who said, like, oh, I was raised by family of kind wolves.
So I'm like, wait, wasn't he raised by lizards?
Because then I remembered, like, oh, wait, he was raised by wolves, but then he says something else when you finish his social link.
Dude,
and he said, like, yeah, to tell the truth.
I just remembered the lizard man.
Exactly.
Because I was like, excuse me? You were raised by the Anunnaki? And he's like, Anunnaki? And I'm like, wait a second.
He's like, hold the fuck up, what?
And the lizard men know what gentlemen are? What's going on? What's going on?
Man, it really goes to show how
great Danganronpa is.
Great Danganronpa is in terms of like the meta, like the writing in a meta sense. Because if you really look at the framing on like all the Danganronpa games, from the first one to the second one, all their backstories have like reasonable to kind of weird but understandable, circumstances.
Like
but then you get to V3, and then you come to this shit. It's just like,
then the ending really makes it all make sense.
Exactly.
Which is the big thing that I'm like, I want to get to that, but let's talk about this other dumb shit first.
Exactly. With the whole, when you think about how the ending is framed, and then you think about all the shit that the characters explain to you about their lives, it's like, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, like it's in Danganronpa too, where like there's a part where Usami turns a chicken into a cow. That's like, wait, what the fuck? That doesn't make sense. But the ending buys it back. Yep. Like it's the same thing where you're like, okay, I'm hanging out with everybody, but it's kind of whatever. This is fucking nuts. This is actually goddamn crazy. Like at least 1 and 2 were vaguely realistic. This is not. What do you mean you were raised by lizard men? What are you actually talking about, Mowgli? Giant buff Mowgli. Isn't he like fucking 6'10"? Massive. He's massive and he's all muscle.
Jesus.
Oh, you're right though. He said I was raised by wolves, but then he goes like, actually I was raised.
Actually, it was lizard people.
Yeah, I remember that because it's like, yeah, it turns out they were like legendary fighters. Like people would come out and then like they would go like, hey, you, I heard you could speak to the animals. You live in the woods. I want to fight you. And they would learn about their cultures. And the lizard guys were like, don't tell people about us because they will kill us. They will straight up kill us. Which makes me think of an X-Files episode where like Mulder's investigating a murder where like a man became a plant man. And he's been hiding out in the woods, and he's only been killing people who find out that he's there. So that in the end, Mulder leaves and goes, I guess I'll never find out what the answer to that mystery was. And then the tree man comes up from the bushes and goes, oh, good. Now I can live in peace. I'm like, what the fuck was that? What was any of that? Ah, man. And then the tiny bear robots with cameras.
Oh god, I forgot about those.
They have little handheld cameras.
Yeah,
like they weren't robots. Well, they were, but they also have handheld cameras.
Yeah, this installment, this particular one
It looks like an NTI too.
It goes completely off the rails.
Fucking nuts.
Like, yo. Like, are we gonna, like, talk about, like, the particulars of the ending? Because God knows how many times we talked about this shit.
Oh, look, man, I would love to still go over it because every time we talk about it, I still lose my shit. It doesn't matter how many times I've talked about it, I still, like, go, I'm sorry, what? Mm-hmm. No, it's too real. No, stop the game now. It's that fucking joke of stop the roller coaster. I want to get off. I can't do this.
Yeah.
It's that every single time. Like Amami, and then turns out what actually happened with Shirogane and all that other. She dresses as the Wada, and I'm like, what's going on? Where am I? What's happening?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Speaking of which, Amami. I feel really sad for what happened to him.
I mean, you can feel sorry for him, but at the same time, not.
I mean, I wanted to hang out with him.
Oh, you never hang out with Amami?
I mean, I did, but like in the brief period you get to after the thing, I mean, I wanted him to be the buddy character. You know how Nagi had Kirigiri and
and then Hinata had Komaeda, quote unquote.
Well, I was gonna say Nanami more like, but yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why I said quote unquote, because like you can kind of see him as that irksome buddy.
Yeah, but like, man, I really wanted to hang out with him more. I liked him from minute one. I was like, oh, he doesn't know what he is? All right, time to get to know this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and then he's gone, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. He doesn't even get to see his stupid lab. I get to see his lab before he
does.
That's such a bummer. I liked him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, he was a interesting case, like, throughout the entire thing, because we never really get to find out who he is, but then we kind of do. He kind of remembers at the near the end.
Yeah.
But it's a really weird, like, execution, because he doesn't tell you himself. He tells him. We find a video of him telling himself.
Yeah.
What's going on.
It makes me think of that thing from the Venture Brothers where, like, Hank gets his memory erased, but he recorded a video for himself. And it's like, oh, hey, learn these things.
Learn these things in case you lose your memory.
Yeah, but
that's what's gonna happen.
But that's what he gets when he wins. I'm also on about that memory gun that isn't actually a memory gun.
Oh, the flashlight?
Yeah, it's like, here's your memories back.
It's not a memory gun.
No, they're not. It's whatever the gun says it was. Man. Also, Chabashida.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her getting to know her better.
Oh yeah,
I think
that was funny.
Isaiah and I always die about the part like the end where it's like she's like all men are evil except maybe you. Is like did I get master man? It's like runs.
Wait.
Like
so I can't hate all males.
Just has an internal crisis of faith. Like I gotta go. Fuck. I gotta find out what's going on with my life now.
When the twist of the ending comes in, it really makes you think about like why her androphobia is the way it is.
Yeah, who chooses that? Any of these things. What kind of edgelord was real Shinguji that this is the Shinguji we get?
I mean, like, when you think about the twist in mind, it kind of, like, incorporates the opposite of what they were before.
And just Saihara's thing of, like, yeah, but what if the detective...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, alright, I get that, but seriously, Shinguji, what kind of edgelord fucking fanfiction writer are you that this is the character you designed?
I mean... I'm trying to think.
Like it literally feels like
maybe he was someone in particular that didn't really like his sister, and then when the thing happened, it's like, oh yeah, I totally love my sister.
You pitch the character you're going to be.
That's what I mean.
No, I don't understand why he's like, I hate my sister, so make me love my sister. I don't get that.
No, he doesn't. They don't pitch it. Like the people themselves, they don't pitch it. The writers do.
No, they do pitch it because like so when Saihara comes in, he's like, hey, so this is the kind of thing I had for my position in the game, and also like this and this and this, and I was thinking if I'm the detective, then maybe like this, like they pitch it. It's basically a fucking like act like it's doing an audition for a show, and then you get the role you get.
But the writers ultimately still have say in like, yeah, this is the character.
Who pitched that?
I don't know.
Did you like? It makes me think of like what the fuck is that movie where like Gerard Butler is controlled by a computer by a kid? You know what I'm talking about? What am I talking about?
I don't think I do.
This movie where like Gerard
Butler in it?
Yeah, Gerard Butler is like a death row inmate, and then like he gets mind controlled by like a kid playing a computer game because he thinks it's a computer game, but then it turns out it's not a computer game. It's how they execute people.
I've seen Gerard Butler in too few movies, man.
Oh, seriously?
I've only seen him in 300. I heard him in How to Train Your Dragon, and that's about it.
Real?
Yeah.
Real? You never saw the Reign of Fire? That movie where they explained the science of dragons breathing fire?
Oh. that does sound like an interesting concept. Like, why do dragons...
Yeah, it's a dumb piece of shit.
It's like, why do dragons, fire-breathing mythical creatures, breathe fire?
He was also in that fucking movie, what was that movie with Jennifer Aniston? Where they're like bounty hunters? I think it's actually called The Bounty Hunter. Am I crazy? Fuck this, I'm Googling it. A lot of research again. We're doing it. I'm just Googling Gerard Butler. I gotta pull it up.
I think it was literally just called The Bounty Hunter.
Right? Yeah, it was called The Bounty Hunter. Oh my god, wait, hold on. What's the name of that other movie?
I'd be surprised if that last movie you mentioned was
called Gamer.
Oh, I saw that.
What?
A joke about it being called Gamer?
I took a shot in the dark. Are you serious?
Yeah, Ludacris is in the movie.
Oh my god, what?
I remember there's a scene where like Terry Crews is like standing there naked and he's like covered in blood and shit.
No, so it's just Terry Crews being Terry Crews.
Well, actually, what's funny is that the writers, he went up to the writers and he's like, hey guys, I got an idea. What if I'm standing there naked in blood instead of just like in blood? And they're like,
I said, Terry Crews just being Terry Crews.
And they're like, are you sure about that, man? And he's like, yeah, I feel like you'd make the character much more intimidating. And they're like, sure, do it.
He's like, well, he's Terry Crews. Shit, he was in Next Friday. Fuck.
He's the most dedicated to his craft. He's a delightful man. I don't agree with everything he says. He's like, porn is basically cheating. Go to hell, Terry Crews. But like beyond that,
everything that comes out of his mouth, I'm not, 100% on. Well, yeah, as a person, he's really cool.
Nice guy. But
he's a really nice dude.
Yeah, the movie's Gamer with Gerard Butler where the kids are like controlling fucking death row inmates or whatever.
I can't believe it's called Gamer.
Yeah, I literally just remember the thing where like Terry Crews is standing naked in blood and they're like, oh yeah, that guy's like the craziest one of everybody.
I just guessed. Oh my god.
Well, shit.
That's crazy.
It's a really shitty movie, but it's like the funny kind of shitty movie.
Oh, okay.
So that's my thing. That's what I mean. Like, who goes up to the guy and goes like, "Hey, what if I do this?" And then people are like, "Sure, whatever."
Well, I mean, you gotta remember, this isn't their first rodeo when it comes to like making characters.
I guess. Well, I guess not. I mean, the writers, of course, but I mean the people who are auditioning.
Because it's even in that kind of twist even exists in the title of the game.
Yeah. All right.
We're talking about it.
Well, I was gonna say before we do that, I want to get to one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alma's thing where you go into the love hotel with them.
Oh,
Lord. What the fuck? What is it?
My my heart was confused after that. Like it
Is
really
it a
was.
reference to a thing, or what is it? What's going on there?
I want to say that's probably a reference to a Arsène Lupin book, but
That is there a really gay Arsène Lupin book?
I have no idea.
Really gay?
Cause like that shit was confusing to watch.
He was gay.
Cause like I'm trying to remember, like, wait, was there a particular like male phantom thief that secretly seduced his captors to like to distract them?
Yeah,
I'm like,
peace out. Like, what am I looking at?
like what the fuck?
It's like, you do want it, don't you? I don't.
What you talking about? What? All right, wait.
Where are we going with this? Hui. Ah, man.
Yeah. But that particular scene, I don't know what it's a reference to.
I feel like
but
it's a reference to a thing. I don't think it's its own thing. I feel like it's too on the nose. It kind of reminds me of a thing I read before. A really, really old thing from like the 80s. Eroica with Love, with a guy who's like a gentleman thief or whatever, and the policeman who's trying to catch him, and they kind of like have a homoerotic interest in each other. But like it wasn't exactly like that because it felt more like playful.
I mean, like you could say they took some liberties if that was a reference to that particular.
I don't know. It just kind of stopped me and it was like, oh, okay, oh, is that what this is? Because like Okuhara is like, teach me how to love, and I'm like, oh, this feels weird. Versus this one is like, you wanna? No. Yeah? No. No. And then his hand's on my dick, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. I don't know how to feel about any of this. Okay, so now I think we could just go for it.
Sure.
So, in the final chapter, when you find out who's mastermind the whole game, it turns out to be Tsumugi Shirogane, the ultimate cosplayer. And Shirogane has said before, oh yeah, I only dress as imaginary characters. And throughout the game, you find the information about Danganronpa 1 and Danganronpa 2 and what happened through those games and stuff like that. None of these guys know what's going on. They also have a gun that's giving them memories that like are sort of explaining what's happened. They're like, it kind of pulls the thing from Danganronpa 1, where everybody was like sent into space to like to help protect. It's the Gopher Project.
Yeah.
Where like everybody is there's like elite humans that are sent into space to save humanity because the Earth is getting wrecked by meteorites. And so they put them on a spaceship to go, live. It's kind of the plot of that one fucking movie. It's one of the it's a sci-fi movie whose name I can't remember right now. But the entire thing was they were looking for the planet Earth, and then when they're looking for this special place, and when they find it, it's Earth, and it's all fucking destroyed. I can't remember what it's called. What's it Battlestar Galactica? I think it might have been the new Battlestar Galactica. But
that does sound like Battlestar Galactica.
I feel like that's how it ended. Because it was like they've been fighting against the Cylons, and they're looking for a place, and then it turns out the place was Earth. And I was like, well, shit.
Yeah, that is. I think that is Battlestar Galactica.
I think it is, right? The Cylons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's Battlestar.
Right. That is. All right, cool. God, it's weird to me how I pulled this random shit out. But anyway, so yes, they send these 16 kids. And they're like, you're going to be like the Adams and the Eves of the New World or whatever the fuck. And it's like, right. But it turns out like an extremist cult comes to power. And they're obsessed with the end of days. And like the meteor crash is going to like destroy humanity. And they try to put a stop to it. And the ultimate hunt happened. And they killed all the ultimates. And then that's when they find like fucking things of themselves. It goes like, yeah, all 16 of these people died. But it turns out, no. It was a fake funeral because they sent them into space. And I was like, okay. Sure, so actually the school is a space colony? I was like, yeah, sure. But when you try to get outside, finally, it's just blank. It's just blank and empty. And it's like, that's not even space. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's empty nothingness. And that's what Kibo, who's been getting these messages from like an outside voice. Goes like, oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do now. I have to destroy this place because the ultimate evil is trying to take it over, and that's Shirogane. And then Shirogane goes, if you can figure out what's going on, then we'll have one last trial, and I'll let everybody out, and let everybody know find out what's happening. It's like, okay, well, shit, sure, fine. Then you do the trial, and Shirogane is transforming into characters from Danganronpa 1 and 2. And it does get to me, you're right, when like one of the ones she picks is Mondo Owada. What? That doesn't make sense. I thought he was like a real person. You said you don't transform into real people. And then that's what she goes, yeah, because he's not real. And I'm like, what do you mean he's not real?
What you talking about? We mean not real.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because for those who don't know, if Shirogane one of her quirks is if she tries to cosplay as someone, that's exists in at least in her sense, she breaks out in hives, I think.
Yep. She has like an allergic reaction.
She calls it cosplay pox.
Exactly.
She calls it cosplay pox, yeah.
Cosplay pox. And then she starts cosplaying as like these characters from previous Danganronpa games. It's like, wait a minute, how can you cosplay those people? Like they existed. It's like,
as far as this world is concerned, they're real. But she goes, they're not though.
But they're not. It's like, wait, what are you talking about? How are they not real?
And then that's the real kicker. They go like, so Danganronpa's not real. And he goes, yeah. Wait, so then why did we find those books about all that other stuff? Oh, you don't get it, do you? Oh, that's so okay. Yeah, sure, fine. I'll just tell you. Those are video games. Okay. Yeah, we're also in the newest version of the game. Excuse me? I was like, yeah. It's like, so what iteration are we? I'll give you a hint. What's the name of the game? V3, right? And it's like, okay, so use the Roman numeral for 5. And wait, what? What is happening? What am I doing? What is this? Oh god! Oh jeez!
What are you talking about now?
This is the 53rd iteration? Wait, what? It's like, yeah, people love this franchise. We couldn't let it die. And I'm like, no! Oh jeez!
Not like this. Not like this.
This is too real. I don't like this. And then she pulls up footage that shows everybody in V3 like doing an audition to go like, hey, so this is why I thought I'd be the best person in the next Danganronpa game. And then it shows Saihara, who we've been playing as for the whole game, go like, yeah. And I thought like, what if the detective was the killer? Because like that's completely different, right? Like, because Kirigiri was like the detective and she was like, so, and he's just going. It's just like, what the fuck is happening? Oh my god, no. Oh my god, no. And then they show you a picture of them before they were all wearing their stupid get-ups. Where they're wearing like regular high schooler clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes like, yeah. And then like you know that memory gun you got, right? That you thought gave you your special secret memories.
It doesn't give people the memory back. Nope.
It just rewrites your memory to be whatever the fuck we need it to be. That's how we implanted all the fake memories in you guys, so that you could be the characters that you wanted to be. You chose this. What? Yeah, you chose to be part of this. Everybody loves Danganronpa. It's like one of the most popular franchises ever. Team Danganronpa is super big. And it's like, I'm sorry, what? Excuse me? I can't deal with this. It's like, yeah. I was actually part of the last iteration of this. I made it to the finale, and me and Amami were both left alive. So like, I remember you went to Amami's room and you saw the videotape that was like, oh yeah, you gotta know, you gotta keep yourself safe because you're the ultimate survivor. Well, that's why he's the ultimate survivor, because like we ran over the clock. But this time I get to be the mastermind, so that's cool, right?
It's like, what?
What do you mean, Team Danganronpa? What? What's going on? No. No, and then he goes, yeah, you know the voice Kibo's been getting from his head? Yeah, it's a forum. It's a bunch of dudes telling him what to do. It's a Nichan chat line. The walls disappear and you just see scrolling. The walls
disappear and it's just random ass chat lines.
Nico Doga live chat.
All of them are just
live chat. and it's too real. The one line that is burned into my soul is "Kirigiri is my
waifu." Yes.
I fell over. I stopped the game and I was like, no, I know that man. Good God, no. In certain occasions, I am that man. Good God, no. Oh, game got too real for me. I'm not ready for this. Jeez.
Like, Gabe, you're touching me in a particular spot. I don't really like it.
I don't like this. It's too real.
I don't like it.
Oh, I don't like this. Like, lol, can you believe he made it to the end? Yo, I would have thought Blank made it to the end. Shows what I know, right? www for like laugh, for like lol in Japanese. Wada 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 wada. You just see like scrolling lines of lol. And I was like, no, I can't with this.
Yeah, man.
It's everything we've been talking about.
It's everything I've been the most afraid of.
Everything we've been talking about for the series this entire time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, guys, they know. They knew the whole time.
They're on the forums.
They knew the whole time.
I remember us talking about, like, do you think the writer was just hanging out on threads?
He had to.
He had to.
He was just lurking and going like, I wonder what people think about it. What's going on?
And like, he just goes on a random forum and he just sees all this shit. He's like, wow, our fans
trash of the online world. The
shit.
trash where I feel comfortable. Where I thrive in the dumpster.
And he just looks at these people, he's like, what the fuck is wrong with them?
As my art created.
No, we need to run it back. We need to run this back.
This is real. No, this is bad. Look at all these fan fictions where people make up fucking ultimate characters. What is this? This is not what I created. We need to run this back.
Say, nah,
we need to run Danganronpa by making them look at themselves with the shit.
Oh, man.
Much. And then it cuts to like a television view. And it's like a regular dude is watching TV and is watching Danganronpa. And I'm like,
yo,
no.
it shows all the kids just watching it on their phones and shit.
It shows phones and laptops, and I'm like, yeah, no, we literally crowd on laptops to do shit like this. Isaiah, have we or have we not literally, us and our friends just sat around?
Like, it's like, yo, check out this thing, man, real quick.
Yeah.
Check out this thing.
We literally do that. It's horrifying.
It's too much.
Too real. That's why that Kirigiri is my wife who just burns into my soul. It scars my DNA. I can't.
Oh,
like, I know that man, and I've been that man. I see that man every morning. I'm not ready for this. You just changed Kirigiri to a thing I like, and you're right. You got me. You got me.
Oh, man. But the whole thing with how meta it gets, it's really, like, something that comes particularly from Kodaka and his team, because they were literally got tired of how every time they make a new Danganronpa, it's just like, yo, man, it feels like this is like the 60th or the 70th game we made. Like,
and I'm sick of it.
Like, holy shit, like, we could just keep doing this forever and nobody would even care.
Can we make something a little different? Oh, nobody liked that thing? Fuck all of you.
And the thing about it is, I was saying it earlier about the title. The title, one of my students, one of my former students told me about this. If you read the V3, it initially comes out as the V is a Roman symbol for 5 next to the 3, and you can see it as 53. And he told me, like, well, if you read the 53 in Japanese, you can read it as go, and then the 3 as mi, and go mi means trash.
Oh yeah, gomi.
Yeah, and then he's like,
oh, actually the number.
Because you can see it like, oh shit, this is legit just a trash iteration of a long-running series.
Yo, man, like, I feel like Danganronpa's been going downhill since 20. I don't know why we still.
I don't know what it is, man.
Titles?
Yeah. Because that's the whole thing. Because they made like 53 of these, and they've gone like beyond like their rope. They're just really they're just using whatever sticks to the wall at this point.
People like fucking double murders.
Like they like double murders, right?
They're doing double murders since for like 50 episodes. I mean 50
put
games.
That in. It's like oh shit, Monokuma's back, and this time he has kids. Yeah. Let's put that in. Yeah.
Literally like Godzilla and Scooby Doo, where they're like, put a kid in there. We're starting to lose our zazz.
Like, yeah, we're starting to use our zazz. Let's get the kids back. Come on.
Yeah, everybody loves Godzuki. Like, no, that's too real.
Yo, man.
Couldn't. Like when I get to the real thing, and then it's like, it's about, yo, I'm sick of this.
It's like, nah, man. I just wanted to die.
Just want to do something else. Like, don't remember me for just this. God, I'm an artist. I want to make something. And I'm like, oh no. And then just all the forum chat, that stupid board culture trash shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, that girl's trash. Oh, I love my waifu. I was like, no.
I know. What y'all do? Oh. This is not what I wanted to make.
Yo, you people. You sicken me. I've seen what you talk about, you degenerates. I've seen what you do with the thing I made. Can't I make something else? Oh, no one's gonna buy the new thing? Fuck all of y'all.
Oh. But yeah, the whole ending, how it just like completely
everything was fake. Everything was fake.
Everything up until now, yeah, it was all fake.
It was fake. It's just about the 53rd season of Danganronpa with audience participation. That Kibo gets to take in through the inner voice.
Mm-hmm. Like with the whole, like I think for a while this was like a topic on like a lot of like niche gaming news sites, because they were thinking like, oh well, with this twist, like this completely changes like the legitimacy of the entire series.
Yeah, because 1 and 2 are then suddenly like, okay, so those were actual games.
Those were actual games with actual characters saying like, yeah, you're gonna be here and you're gonna play this dude, you're gonna be here, you're gonna play this chick.
Yeah. And then like after a while they're like, all right, what if we make it real though? Like who wants to go with it? Who can we film for this shit? All right. Every teenage boy and girl audition. Audition time. We'll settle on your character. You could give us a rough outline of what you want to be, and we'll see where that goes.
We'll balance it out. We'll balance it out with what we want to do.
Yeah, well, we'll try to see the best we can do given the circumstances. You might not even make it to chapter 4. No. I'd actually be interested in like being the killer who does the double murder. Oh yeah, the classic double murder of chapter 3. Everybody knows that. Like, no, that's stop it right now. I can't. And then like she literally goes, yeah, I know there's like plot holes that don't connect it, but sometimes when you create a franchise for a long time and like you add stuff in the aftermath, it doesn't always sync up because it wasn't fully intended the first time you wrote it. And I'm like, no, kill me.
Yeah, because most of those shows like they don't intend it for it to have like sequels, so they say like, hey, just make everyone like it's the last. But when the demand comes in, they're like, yeah, we want more of these. It's like, oh shit, we didn't think we'd get this far. Fuck.
I don't know. Monokuma's there, I guess. Sure, whatever.
It's like, shit, what do we do now, guys? It's like, just keep this train rolling? It's like, shit, the money's coming in, right?
I mean, we thought Kaede was going to be the protagonist, and then it was Shuichi. Like, ooh, cool, right? Yeah, all right. Yeah. That's how we're getting people in. We're getting people in there. You just imagine the writer patting himself on the back and like, I think I'm doing okay. Doing the best I can, man. Like, I've been at this for years.
Now that we got into that we addressed the twist, like, the fact that the actions that Akamatsu does in the first chapter make a lot more sense.
Everybody's crazy bullshit suddenly makes way more sense.
Because, like, if you think about, like, how the previous games were, they're always like, oh, yeah, we're gonna get along, we're gonna make sure, nobody kills each other, we're gonna be happy, we're gonna be friends, right? In 3, from at the rip, Akamatsu's like, no, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna find the mastermind, and I'm gonna off his shit. It's just like, wait, what? It's like, you're really doing this?
I mean, balls to the wall, fuck it.
It's like, fuck? It's like, well, and then the writer's like, well, we can't have that. We got to keep this gravy train going as long as we can.
Yep. Whoops, I guess you killed the guy. Wait, no, I didn't. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, yeah, you did, totally. Bye-bye.
No,
Murder.
Like, no, but that's not who I meant to kill. Like, what are you talking about?
I didn't even actually kill him.
Nope.
Because that's what the fucking thing went. They're like, oh yeah, she wasn't actually gonna drop the ball, but then we just kind of nudged it in there. Yeah. It's like a production saving itself.
It's literally just a meta retcon.
Yeah. It's a production saving itself. it's the producer going like,
yeah,
you know, I forget why you want to do that, but like we still have like a whole bunch more we have to film, and that's gonna kind of throw everything into a mess, you know. So like we'd prefer it if you didn't, but you know we'll just, you know, you could just drop out here, and you know we'll take care of the rest. It's literally killing off a character because they don't want to do the role anymore. It's what happens in fucking TV shows where they're just like, yeah, I don't know, I just don't want to do this anymore. All right, well, we'll just have him die, and then, you know, we'll just move on.
Just write him out.
Yeah, just write him out.
It was Venturo's second time. He doesn't need any more time.
Yeah. Or like
His
somebody's
lease is
trying to
up.
renegotiate a contract, and it's
Yeah.
like, just have him die in a motorcycle accident. I don't know, whatever. Oh no, it's Dr. Rick. That's that. Fucking book, he's gone. Who cares? We're moving on. We have other shit to do. Look at all these other weirdos, though. Aren't they cool? Look at them solving the mystery of the Gopher Project. Right? That's kind of like Danganronpa 1. You guys all love Danganronpa 1.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we try to make it as much like Danganronpa 1 as imaginable?
Right, let's do it. Come on, guys.
Yeah, it's like like the 18th fucking Friday the 13th is Friday the 13th too, because there's nothing else that was ever as popular. So you just go back to it.
Shit, if you want to get even more nerdy, the very first execution, Danganronpa 1 happens with a dude getting launched into space.
Yeah,
getting
Momota.
blocked by it.
Yeah.
And then the
Back to
very
Momota.
last one, it ends with Momota. What happens? He gets launched in a rocket.
It literally says version 2. It says 2.0. Because they're like, yeah, we're running it.
The series literally ends how it begins, and I fucking love that. I'm like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, they're really wrapping this up. Okay.
But he didn't die to the rocket. He died to the disease.
Exactly. He fucked it up.
I like 1 and 2 follow a kind of a similar outline when you like just look at the murder parts of it. And when 3 started following it, I was like, yeah, okay, they all do that. But the fact that 3 recontextualizes it by saying, yeah, we're on 53, we're out of ideas, honestly. It really makes you look at it and go, oh fuck, are they actually just trying to go for 1 all over again?
Do you remember that brain Monokuma? Like the mastermind or whatever? It was just like a brain of Monokuma.
I don't really like it.
Yeah. It hurts me. Hurts me to my core how real this is.
Oh man, yeah. So.
Holy shit! Just, man.
Like I feel like we could like talk for hours and hours about like the.
You know, because then when it's right, this is the real world. Angie Onaga's weird cult shit looks like fucking Shumrikyo, the guys who threw gas into the trains to kill people. Like all of it becomes too real.
Mm.
And then I'm just like, no, I don't want to be part of this anymore. And that's why every time we talk about Danganronpa, I go, I don't want it to continue. I need it to end here.
Yeah.
This is the best possible place for it to end.
I think we could all agree, like, it'll be super weird if we play another game.
This is the best finale ever. You made me realize, yes, I am wrong. Leave. You can go now. You are free.
Oh, good.
I don't want 52 more Danganronpas.
Hey man, you never know. You might get it. Never say never.
That makes me sad. Believe the unbelievable.
See the invisible.
Play the unplayable.
Count the uncountable.
Yeah, I just.
So as you guys can tell, this particular Danganronpa game is just
stands out.
It's it's the shits. It really is.
It's one of the greatest things I've ever played in my fucking life.
Like,
especially with the context of 1 and 2.
Like, to have you think like, oh yeah, this is just like one of those crazy games, you know, the psycho interesting characters, and then it just blows it wide open. It's like, yeah, we meant to do that.
Because
that's how we got you.
Who fucking cares anymore? I was like, yeah, I guess you got me. You're right. Who cares anymore? I don't.
Like, I don't. Yo, from the beginning, we had you.
And it's weird when you see people that say, "Oh, I don't like this game because it felt too real."
I like that. Like, people on forums were like, "Yo, this game sucks. This game, Matt, like, is this boy calling me trash?" I was like, "Cause you are. Accept the reality. This is who we are." I know it hurts because it's true.
Oh my god.
He literally just shot in her face. It's like, yeah.
And you know what? And I'm like, okay, you can go now. You can go now.
I could see why the Kodaka and the guy from the Zero Escape series went on to make a game together, because they literally do not trust people in general. It's like, yo, people suck.
This shit's wild.
People suck.
That's all their games.
A lot of their shit is essentially, man, people suck. Like, at the end of everything is like, yeah, people suck. Because the first fucking version of Danganronpa is just called Distrust. Like, don't even trust people.
Don't trust nobody.
Now, fuck this. Get out. Get out. Yeah. Did you see that he wrote a book?
He did?
Yeah, he wrote like a non-fiction anthology. And it's called Danganronpa Kodaka, 860 Days of Danganronpa. Because it's 2.5 years of articles that he's written for Famitsu.
Oh god.
Where he talks about what he did for the book, what he did for it, the development, behind the scenes shit, details about V3 and the manga that he wrote, Killer, about the guy who kills serial killers.
Oh yeah.
That man doesn't stop working.
I remember Killer, man. Because a lot of people because there was the twist like around the 3rd or 4th chapter. They were thinking like, oh, it's just a normal thing. Like, no, it takes place in the Danganronpa universe.
Wait, hold on. They're not just cops? Yeah, well, they are.
They're not just cops? It's like,
Ultimate cops. Look, it's Sakakura. And I'm like, oh my god!
It's like, what?
What is he doing here?
Because they showed the freaking, they showed a logo that showed like, yeah, this takes place in the Danganronpa universe.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, y'all doing that? Oh, all right.
Woo!
Oh man, this
franchise. There's a reason we had 4 separate episodes to talk about this. This franchise is amazing and it's underrated, and I hate that. It's maybe one of the best things I've ever seen, and that's why it has to die here.
It has to.
It can't. It's the definition of leave on a high note.
This is the ultimate falsetto of video games.
Yeah. It's the end of Whitney Houston's performance of the national anthem. Like, yeah, fuck it. Forget the game. Who gives a shit about the game? We're done. We're done. No, get out of here. Get out of here. I don't fuck about this baseball game.
Everybody tries to be it, but they just fail miserably at it.
God, that shit's like soul shattering. Like, I'm out. I don't even want to watch the game anymore. Fuck this game. Who cares?
There's a reason everyone skips the national anthem before a sports game, because they know, yeah, it's not gonna be Whitney. So why even try? Like, who cares?
Who gives a shit?
It's not gonna be Whitney. So why are you guys bothered?
That's what I mean. Like, it's the apex, and you're just like, well, I guess I'm done now. This is it. I didn't even want to watch the game. Fuck it. Who cares?
Shit, man.
That was the religious experience. I'm out of here.
Shit. I'm gonna switch over to the Animal Planet a little bit. Let me know when the game starts.
That's how V3 felt for me, where I'm like, holy shit, I don't think there's any other VN that's ever gonna make me feel like this. That's wild. That's wild. You made me look at myself, sir, and I was terrified of the darkness within. You win.
So you got it.
You win. Kirigiri is my waifu. Those words, that scrolling text, scars my DNA.
That's it.
I
all it
can't.
took.
I can't. It's all it took. Just the.
Yeah.
Oh no, we can do this for forever. Kitty Kitty is my waifu. No.
No, stop.
Kill me now. Do I even finish this?
Oh my god, you guys can stop now. You can stop jamming in the knife. It's cool.
And then he twists it with the fucking audition tapes. It's like, don't you know how many people try to make their own Danganronpa things? Haven't you seen those fan fictions? There's like thousands. Haven't you seen all those drawings on Pixiv about imaginary Danganronpa of Chokokokyu?
You hung out in those chat rooms on Amino.
On those chat rooms on Amino?
They're
Got
great.
designs?
They're great. You seen those chat rooms where where usually the topic is like, yo, who has the bigger dick, Komaeda or Hinata?
Oh god, you sick fucks! I hate all of you. We're ending this now. V3. We're ending this now.
It's like, why is the thing you're wondering about?
He took out the gun. He put the gun against your head, and he asked if you wanted another, and they said yes. And then the trigger was pulled, and the bullet could not be refuted, and it blasted through their brains. Yeah, that's right. I went that far for the title. Danganronpa, bullet refusion. Fuck you. Oh god, it's so real.
It's too much.
So real. It's so real. It hurts me.
Oh my god. You know what I just thought of? The shit makes a lot more sense when you think about the demo. Because if you remember at the end of the demo, fucking Hinata and Naegi are talking to Monokuma. He's like, yeah, how was that? He's like, oh yeah, it was great, guys. It was great.
Yeah, I was like, do you think that's good for the demo? Yeah, no, totally. Introduce yourself.
Oh, fucking shit. You guys put out a demo reel.
Old game, it's cool. You don't really have to worry about me. I'm not coming out. I'm just here to give you some pointers. It's like acting coach. It's a goddamn acting coach.
Oh my god. You guys were giving a fucking demo reel.
It's the OGs making a demo reel for the advertisement. They're like, hey,
and you know what hurts even more? Amami wasn't in the demo.
Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, because he wasn't casted in yet.
Who gives a shit?
He's like, nah, he's not there yet.
Game isn't over yet. We gotta get to the whole thing.
He's like, yeah, this is just to get people interested.
Yeah,
that game's not done yet.
By the way, if you get to level 5 in the demo, it'll carry over into the main game. So really, the demo is important. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, oh no. Did you see the box art for the fucking reissue of Danganronpa V3 on the PS4?
Oh, there was they redid the box art for it?
Yeah, it shows the box art from the V3, the Vita game, but surrounded it says Spike Chunsoft the best. And it's like, you're right. This is one of the best things you've ever put out, Spike Chunsoft. I could not ask for more.
That's crazy. I gotta look at that later.
Here, hold on. I will put this in the group chat so people can look at this. And it's just like, oh, shit, okay. Wow.
This series. It's nuts.
Oh wow, they made it like a platinum.
Yeah, they made it look like the Criterion Collection for movies. You know, because it's fake. Who cares? Look at that shit, man.
Oh, wow.
It literally looks like a Criterion Collection case.
Jesus Christ. It looks like the fucking, the thing they put for 3DS games. They just have this whole layer over it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The best.
Yeah, Spike Chunsoft, the best.
It's like, y'all don't know anybody else who does it like us.
Is there anything else?
You're never gonna find anybody else.
Is there anything else gonna make you feel like this?
No.
No, it's not. Fucking. I was all about my sister. That's really weird, but okay, cool, Kokuhara. I was raised by Lizard Man. It's really weird. Okay, cool. I don't know why that's happening. Yo, Naga with the fucking sacrifices that involve blood. It's like, they got the sacrifice truck. Excuse me.
So we do this, man. We do this. Nothing's ever gonna make you feel like this. Nothing's ever gonna give you this type of satisfaction and misery at the same time. You know that?
It
Good.
makes me feel good because it makes me feel bad. And that's
know
not
that?
a thing I can really say about a lot of things.
No, you know that? Good. Now call Shinzo Abe. Let's go to McDonald's real quick.
I love the idea of just sitting, just like
he was in
playing
it
the
whole.
game.
He was in on it the whole time, man.
It was to make you stop going online.
It was to make you stop going online,
Go out and
actually
talk to
go
women.
outside and meet someone.
Yeah, go out and talk to women. Now you see the folly of your humanity. Now go experience the human experience. Dance the dance of life. Shinzo Abe, no.
Oh god.
Shinzo Abe, you can't do this.
He's behind everything.
The sweaty otaku will revolt. You can't do this. They don't like being told that their waifus are trash. One of them will stab you.
Oh god.
That happened with-
Oh man, I think there's a reason why the anime industry hasn't been doing that good as of late. Because the reason
You think the government is cracking down?
they're cracking down these anime studios like, yo, put out as much shit put out as much shitty anime season after season as possible. Make these guys go outside.
An increase in gay porn. A significant increase in gay porn.
We must get the gay porn out now.
Yeah, get it out now. Nobody's looking. They're not focused.
They're not focused. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. They're too busy shutting down the harems. Just get out now.
Get out all the Fujoshi shit. You can do it, man.
They're not.
It's
they're
like
not
your
a
parents ain't doing good. It's like 1 or 2 every season compared to like 4 or 5 they used to do a few years ago. Yo,
When there was like 5 every goddamn time.
yo, man, the fucking Yoei artists are like, yo, man, it's time to get this money.
Time to get this money.
Dudes ain't watching these animes for harems anymore. More females than for the audience. Let's do it.
Let's do it. We know what the Fujos are about.
You know, there's a freaking there's a Bada. No, not even. I don't even think it's Bada. No, it has Bada dudes, but it's intended for a female audience.
That's not super surprising. There's a few of
But the
those.
thing is, it's hentai.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm absolutely sure. I've watched it.
Oh, okay. What's it called?
Hold on. It's a long ass time. Give me a second.
Like a buff, like a firefighter dude, like not sleeping with his best friend, but they're like doing hand stuff.
It's not yaoi, but it has a woman in there, and she's intended to be a self-insert for the female watcher.
Yeah, but it's still like big buff manly guy.
Dudes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a long ass thing. Yubisaki Kara Honki no Netsujo.
The fucking
Yeah, that shit.
the firefighter dude. I literally saw that the other day.
Yo,
Like
I'm like, as soon as I saw
firefighter.
that, yo, they're on it right now. This like, yo, man, we're about to make this money.
A big buff firefighter dude, and he was like, I won't do.
Firefighter dudes, and he totally doesn't want to fuck his best friend.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to do anything to make you uncomfortable, but I want to make you feel good. It's like, what is this? What am I looking at? What's going on?
What is this? Like, how is this on TV? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
This is legitimately porn. This, and then they're like, no, the full porn you can buy in the special DVDs. We're gonna do an edited version for the TV, like they did with the gay stuff. And I'm like, oh.
That's literally what they're doing now. And the thing is, they did that with a couple of them a few seasons ago. Because then they had one where this guy was he was stuck between like these 2 girls that were living in his apartment, and the first episode literally has one of them falling through the floor that lives above his, and then it's like, oh shit, like what you landed on top of me. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Are you gonna get off? It's like, no, I guess I'm not, but I'm kind of stuck. It's like, what do you mean you're stuck? It's like I'm literally stuck on your dick. It's like, what?
What is happening?
I'm like, this is on TV. This is on TV. I just want to check. All right.
It's on TV. All right.
TV. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I was gonna say about you going. Is Yumeno fucking Kansai? She says Uchi.
Yeah, no,
not a thing.
That's a thing in concept, man. I know.
Yeah, and she also says yo and ja. Like the girl has it. It's there.
Now, I guess I'm like used to like the really like authentic one, like the one you hear in like Osaka and stuff like that.
Osaka Ben is different. It doesn't represent
real?
the whole region. Yeah, they use random English words. It's so fucking different. It's like going to fucking Okinawa and going like, wow, is this how Japanese sounds? No, that's Okinawa. That's how they sound.
Oh my god.
That's what I mean. Like she has more like the far west, like Kyushu, like fucking and like Kyushu and like the fucking the ocean touching edge of Kyoto.
Oh man.
And that's why I was like really into it because I'm like, yeah, I know that accent. That's my girl. Love you immediately. That's why I spent the $2 on fucking on
Monster Monkeys. Yeah, I remember that.
That's what I'm about.
Yo, fucking Josh ruined you with that shit, man.
Hey, I was like, the second he showed me, he was like, I guess I'm in.
Say, I guess I'm in. Yeah. Fuck.
What are the voice packs? Okay, this one I have to have. I can't stop myself. Too good. Boyish girl and Kansai Ben. Yeah, here's $4. I don't care.
It's like just give it to me.
That's why that fucking thing where they're like, oh, these dirty fucking board culture weirdos. They love this shit. Kirigiri is my waifu. Like, it hurts me so much.
It's because I'm that guy.
Yeah. Too real.
That
Too
guy,
real.
Man. Can't do it. I can't.
Isaiah.
Uh.
Guess we're done, right?
Well, I guess it's time for food.
Oh boy. Alright.
Oh,
I think this is a steak.
This is a fucking steak. This is a big ass steak. It's a big ass steak. It's a high class steak.
Yeah.
It's a high class steak.
I was saying filet mignon.
Filet mignon?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm thinking of like other marbled meats.
It's gotta be something like when you eat it, it's good, but you know you shouldn't be eating it.
Really?
Alright.
Oh, that makes.
Yeah, if you were gonna say that, then I would say fucking Ohmi.
What's that?
Ohmi is a kind of beef that's from it's a type of Wagyu from Shiga. It's like one of the top 3 beefs, and they're like it's the oldest beef. It's marbled beautifully. It's also way too fucking expensive.
Oh damn, that does look appealing.
Look it up, Isaiah.
But that doesn't make you feel bad about eating it.
It does. Because I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this.
I shouldn't be doing this.
Because of the price?
Yeah.
This is something I really spent money on. Holy shit. Yeah. Like, it's good, but fuck.
Yeah, I guess that's
I'm going to be
fair.
strapped for rent this month.
Yeah, I feel like I have other things I should be spending my money on. You know, like rent. But
real stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, real adult things, but Ohmi.
So Ohmi beef.
But Ohmi beef, exactly.
Ohmi, though. It's good.
How many chances did I get to experience this?
Now I want to try it.
This moment in my life where I look at myself and I go, you shouldn't have done that.
Oh my god.
But also, it's everything you've ever wanted.
One piece is at least $250 plus, though?
Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah.
That'd be the best
$500.
$250. And that's not even a kilo, I think. That's not even a kilo, I think. I think that's like half a kilo. Oh boy. Yep. I feel Ohmi.
Settle on Ohmi beef?
Good. What do you think, Isaiah?
Yeah, that sounds right. That feels right.
Well,
why would you spend all your money?
This is amazing, but also no, I shouldn't do this.
I shouldn't be doing this.
You should do other things with your money.
Fucking do this.
Than buying waifu pillows and stuff.
Yep.
So, this is not what I took my economics class for. They told me how to save money. Look at what I'm doing.
I've literally spent my entire life minimizing the amount I spend. And yet, this $280 piece of steak, I'm down with this.
Man, how many conventions have we been to?
It's called disposable income.
I'm just thinking about it. Like, yeah, we really could have saved our money.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Are you kidding me? At a single convention, most people spend like a couple $100. Just a couple $100.
Just a couple hundred. And that's like when they feel like, yeah, let me treat myself.
Yeah, and that's when they're like, I'm just gonna get a few things.
Just a few.
Like, it's not even like the guy who's like, fuck it, I don't care, and they spend like $1,000.
Yeah, and then just buy a couple posters.
Yeah. Like,
Shirts.
buy a couple posters, maybe a shirt or two. For like $100, $200.
Yeah, I'll do
But
that.
shit, I did overtime this week. I might as well treat myself.
Yeah. It's fine. I know I have enough to pay my rent.
Absolutely.
I don't know
Well,
if
we
I'll
might
have
be
much
the guy
to
that
have
doesn't
this.
know.
I don't know if I'll have much to eat after this, but I have to pay the rent. I might be dipping into my food funds, but damn it, I want this poster of Kitty Kitty. I do.
I'll starve for my waifu.
I'll starve for my wife.
I'll starve for my wife. Anything for her.
I literally just remember that picture of the guy with like a framed picture of some girl, and then like the cake in front of it, and he goes, "She's gonna blow out her candles," and I'm like, "This life is too much.
I can't.
Life is too much. I can't do this. Life is too much for me."
Can't do it.
Okay, so now it's time for news. Everybody, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Time for the news. Okay, so, Manga Chef, go first.
Alright, so speaking of Spike Chugs off, they got some new games coming out.
They do, yeah.
I'm looking at the Soma AI at the Soma files.
Mm-hmm.
The release date's September 17th.
Oh, it's September? Wow, that's
Wait,
soon.
this year?
Yep.
That's what I said, like, that's soon.
Yeah, that is really soon.
And
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
game where you get to go inside people's dreams and figure out the murder mystery, detective stuff, and I like that stuff. So yeah,
God, it's gotta be a detective thing.
and I like the Psychonauts aspect. They go into
Man,
people's dreams.
did you hear
So,
Psychonauts?
yeah.
Did you hear Psychonauts 2 is getting delayed?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah, that sucks. Thought it was gonna be out. I guess it's not.
Oh, man. I forgot they were... I think that was, like, one of the last few games they played on Best Friends. Like, Matt and Wooly.
They did 3
They
episodes.
did 3 episodes
cow-
before Matt said, like, yeah, it's just not my thing.
Cowards. Fucking cowards.
Yeah, it was... Because Wooly was into it, but Matt's just like, yeah,
It's
I
a
don't
hype
dig it.
franchise. Coward.
I don't dig it. Yeah, it's just not my thing.
Fucking cowards. It's exactly like when they were playing Devil May Cry, and then it's like Devil May Cry 2. No, you're not. You're
No,
lying.
you're not going to do it. You're doing
No,
it.
you're not. You're there for like
You
20
just
minutes.
immediately see 20 minutes, like 2 minutes in, you see immediately fade into Devil May Cry 3. It's like, wow.
Devil May Cry 3. I knew you weren't gonna do it, coward.
Yeah. Mhm.
Spineless coward.
Yeah. Sure, y'all gonna do Devil May Cry 2. Okay.
Don't fucking lie to me.
You're not gonna brush my hair, you coward.
Yeah. No, it was, alright, let's do the competition. No, I'm not. You win. Coward. just walk right past him. Silent. Coward. Okay. Well,
What about your news?
okay. So this is kind of dumb, but it is a thing that I care about at least. Metal Gear Solid, Metal Wolf Chaos XD is coming out in a few weeks.
Really?
Yes, it's coming out August 6th.
Oh Lord! I never thought we'd be getting a game in that series.
And it's gonna keep the original dub. So it's gonna have Let's Party and Richard.
Yo, man. Just have the fucking giant ass mech with the American flag burning in the
Fuck yeah,
background when
it's
that game comes out.
president. The president is operating the mech, and then the giant statue of his father says, "You should be careful, Richard." Michael Wilson. I'm sorry, Richard Hawk. Obviously, Richard is the. I love Metal Wolf Chaos so much. I also love Metal Gear, but I love Metal Wolf Chaos so much because it's so fucking nuts. It's like, all right, so the president of the United States has a special mecha that he uses to fight for freedom in the American way. And then the vice president, Richard Hawk, is trying to form a coup with his own robot to try to convince everyone that Michael Wilson is against American values. So that he can become president and then eventually take over the world. And your father was the president, and your like secretary Jody talks to you over the microphone, and you talk to the headset. And you got like a Gatling gun hand and missiles, and you like free people from cages by shooting the cages, but making sure you don't kill the cages by blowing them up. Just liberate them. And the Metal Wolf is the fucking mech. Like, I was never super big on mech things. I think because by the time I was old enough to start getting more into them, they were already, like, antiquated. Like, Mazinger and stuff like that was, like, already, like, oh, yeah, people used to watch that. I didn't see that growing up. I saw a bunch of dumb wrestling shit. But, like, Metal Wolf is unique in how fucking crazy it is. Because it's just like, it's like an attempt to put a mecha storyline, but with the president, and nothing else changes. And I'm really excited that the new re-release of Metal Wolf Chaos XD is coming out in a few weeks. Also, fun fact: the directors for publishing here in the States literally said, "Yeah, it was the Best Friends that put it out here." It was thanks to the Best Friends playthrough of Metal Wolf with Cranky Construct that completely revitalized interest in the franchise and led to this re-release. So you can actually thank Best Friends for legitimately bringing back Metal Wolf.
Yo, I would not be surprised if someone gave him a shout out on Twitter. It's like, yo, Wooly, Angriest Pat, Matt, thank you.
God bless.
Just leave it at that. Don't say nothing. Just say thank you. It's like, wait, why did they say thank you? What did we do?
Godspeed, you Black Emperor. Do it. I'm so happy it's back. It's so fucking wild and crazy, and I'm excited to play it again, and maybe even record it and show it to people and go like, hey, what the fuck is up? I want everyone to see this. I want everyone to see this. Okay. Hey, our good old friend, Master Specialist Rashad Jones. Do you have something you want to bring up?
Well, there's one new piece of news in particular that I've been interested in the few weeks. Has to do with the Nintendo Switch Lite.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a thing that me and one of my best friends have been debating on for a few months now, because I was very certain that Nintendo's not going to come out with another version of Switch. Like they don't want to do that.
You really thought that?
Really thought that. And
what about
the debate came to a hold, like literally the day before the Switch Lite was announced, and all I see on my feed is like Nintendo Switch Lite. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me! Like, holy shit! And then the thing about it is, I've been meaning to get a Switch for at least a year and a half.
You're telling me.
And for some reason, like, whenever I got the money on hand, I just did not go for it, because I'm thinking like, oh, I'm probably going to wait for a few more games to come out, or I'm going to wait for something that I like to come out, which is perfectly normal when you go to purchase a gaming console, because, like, you want to make sure your purchase is validated.
I'm only hyped now because of Mario Maker 2.
Exactly. And I saw this, I seen the specs, like, in comparison to the regular Switch, and the trade-offs, they're not what I consider to be, like, detrimental. It's not something to say like, oh shit, I might as well get a normal Switch then if they're doing all this. It's actually has to do with the original intention of the Switch was, to game on the go, and it's primarily only for that purpose, the Switch Lite, to game on the go. And
I would say think about the 2DS, right?
Exactly.
With like the 3DS, you would think, well, the 3D is entirely why the 3DS exists. But so many games didn't really utilize it in a way that made it integral to the gameplay that it was kind of not that important. Which is why when the 2DS came out, people were like, well, I mean, it's fine, because honestly, how many fucking games do you know that use it?
Exactly. And there was,
yeah.
No, go ahead.
HD rumble and the fucking RF sensor and the shit that makes the Labo do the shit that it does. A lot of games don't really use it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some like Super Mario Odyssey, one to Switch, that like find a reason to do it. Because there's some stars that are power moons. I forgot the power moons that you can get in Super Mario Odyssey are like actually based on you feeling for a level of rumble and stuff like that. But there's a lot of games that just don't really use any of it.
Yeah, it doesn't really use like the full capacity of what most people feel the Switch is capable of. So that's a lot of like the trade-offs that's available with the Switch Lite. So it's not really a deal breaker for me.
I was also going to say, you can also pair regular Joy-Cons to a Switch Lite.
Yeah, you can.
So like, if you wanted to, you could still do stuff like that. I would say the one thing that the Switch Lite doesn't have that the Switch does, that if we're gonna do the fucking extra Joy-Con things anyway, is a stand.
Yeah, it doesn't come with the stand.
Really if you're gonna pair Joy-Cons to it anyway, why not give it a stand?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing. I super get how the Switch Lite works and what are the benefits to it, and I think it is a really smart move. That's why when like people were saying I feel like there's a Switch Mini, I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised at that, because they did it with the 2DS and everybody and their mother had a 3DS, but they still did it anyway. So I'm not actually surprised. As interesting, I heard this on a Giant Bomb podcast, the Giant Beast Cast. They were like 25% of the base that had the fucking 3DS have bought a Switch.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So a small percentage. But when you think about how many people bought the 3DS, that's still a very good amount of people. So it's not surprising that they were like, all right, well, for those of you who didn't already buy a fucking Switch, consider the Switch Lite. And they're still using the touchscreen stuff, and the resolution is not going to be bad. It's going to be 720.
Yeah,
so, like,
it's 720 compared to the normal Switches. I think it's 1080, which is not a huge takeaway. It's
no,
really
and it might make a couple of things run better, kind of scaling it back a bit.
The resolution will be a lot smoother in 720 on certain games.
It'll probably be 720/60 instead of 1080/30.
Yeah, it's gonna the texture's gonna be a lot more smoother. And also the battery life is like longer.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard that too. That the battery's actually straight up better.
Yeah, the battery life is better. Other than that, I think it's like compared to like what other I've been hearing on like message boards, like, oh, this is like an unnecessary product. I actually think it's a very economical product for people, who just want the ability to play the Switch, but they don't just want to pay that much money for it.
That's why I compare it to the 3DS and the 2DS.
Exactly.
It's exactly what happened.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because that thought actually came to me after the fact, like, oh wait, because like if it wasn't for the 2DS, I would have never been interested in the 3DS, because I'm thinking like, oh, I don't really need to like get it because the price range and whatnot. And then they come out with the 2DS, which is like I think it was $30 or $40 cheaper, and I'm like, holy shit, this is perfect, And the way it actually handled better than 3DS. Now that I think about it, from the way it was built and the exterior framework. I
will never get over the size of that fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's always the thing that bugged me about it. I remember you showing it to me, and I was like, okay, I understand that the tactile feel is better because the buttons are more rounded out. There's a lot of like ergonomic stuff that's better about it. Its size is not pocket size. It's so fucking wide. You super need a bag to bring it with.
You need a pouch or something to hold it with.
You need something. And that's another thing I feel about the Switch. A lot of our friends have it, right, Isaiah? And we've seen it. We've played with it and stuff. But, like, fuck, that thing is big.
Yeah. You definitely need a bag.
And I would love to see what the size the Switch Lite is. If it is kind of like scaling down a bit?
Scale it down a bit. I think it's 3.6 inches high and 8.2 long. So it's
a little over half a foot.
It's a little, it's about a good fourth of the size of the normal Switch.
Okay.
And it's lighter too. Very light.
It's like the PSP 2000.
Exactly. It's
Yeah. Oh God. Or this. Oh, you know what though? I'm still really sad. All right, like we were just talking about Danganronpa, but like the Vita, fuck, the Vita was such a good handheld.
it was.
It's what hurts me about the Switch is because like if I could have all of that stuff and just be slightly smaller, I think I'd really love it. That's why I am kind of interested in the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
But also I do appreciate all the things that are inside of the other Switch. So I don't know. It feels like a bit of a choice.
It still looks
It's like,
kind of big.
Because like, do you even like the
The
question
normal
is,
Switch
are you
is
gonna
really
play
huge.
stuff that uses all that shit? Are you
Exactly.
gonna do anything with it? Because if you're not, then yeah, I guess
Like
it is $100 for nothing.
all the peripherals that's available for it, I see it like just hunched up in normal in like just any corner at a game store, and it's like, are you really gonna utilize all that for the Switch?
I'm
Like,
not talking about like, the built-in functions, like the fucking RF thing and the super what the fuck the HD Rumble. That's what they called it, right? Like super detailed motion control. That you're not gonna get that on the fucking Switch Lite because you can't take them off. That's not. But you can pair other ones, right? So there's that to it. But then it doesn't have the stand, so then that feels fucking weird. But
I mean,
again,
like,
a lot of games don't use it.
yeah, exactly. Like if you had the stands, I think the only point to use it is if you were either detaching the Joy-Cons or somebody hooked their Joy-Cons up to your Switch Lite, then it would definitely come in handy.
I'm gonna say this, and this is probably just in our experience. You're gonna be surprised the amount of times we just kick up the fucking Switch stand, and literally 4 of us are staring at the tiny screen
Oh yeah,
to play a game.
oh yeah.
Like it's a small screen. Yeah, I know you're better off putting it on TV, but like we ain't got no TV. We're just gonna do it off of here.
Exactly. I guess they feel like, hey, you can't detach a Joy-Con, so like, why bother? But it's like, other people can watch you play. You don't have to completely, forsake it.
To say,
It's
nobody
like,
plays
yeah.
Mario Party by themselves unless
Yeah.
they're a weirdo. Like I don't need to play this multiplayer game all alone.
Mm-mm. No, that's not the way to go.
It's not the way to go.
You
But
doing
yeah,
something wrong there. You don't go on a Mario Party map by yourself. You're supposed to play with friends. That's
yeah,
the whole
the party game. It's in the name. But
But yeah, Switch Lite, I'm really excited for. It comes out on September 20th, I believe. It's supposed to be coming in multiple colors. Supposed to be coming in cyan, yellow, gray, and there's supposed to be a specially designed version dedicated to the new Pokemon game. And it's like in a rainbow, like a whitish with magenta and pink and cyan buttons.
there's gonna be like a whole color scheme thing going for it.
Exactly. Yeah. And for those who are interested, because I'm definitely interested, it's from my opinion, it's definitely a welcome purchase. It's if you've been thinking about getting
It
a
seems
Switch,
super viable. It really does seem super viable for the market, and I'm surprised anyone thought it was dumb. Because look, dude, 2DS sold.
2DS sold. A lot of people who I know that didn't get a 3DS, which was a lot, they
Yeah.
ended up getting a 2DS, and they were completely happy with their purchase. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, I get to play 3DS games. Like that's all I care about.
Like fucking $80, isn't it?
Yeah.
When it came out, it was like
I think it was
130,
80.
150.
I think it was $80 on release.
$80 now. But I mean, like when it came out, it was like 150, 130.
Nah, it was lower. It was lower than that.
Really? When it came out, it wasn't 130?
I had to really.
Because I know nowadays it's 80. Because like, who gives a shit?
Mm.
Now it's like, get a Switch or die. It makes me think of that fucking Shin-chan joke. Buy it now or die. They just like don't give a shit about you. Because Nintendo has been talking about going like, oh, we're gonna phase out the 3DS now.
I think it was. I'm looking at it now. 129 on launch.
The 130, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
All right. I know it's like 80 now.
Yeah.
So like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was 130 because I remember I bought it. I think like a month after it came out. Like this is like right when I first started college, and the mom and pop shop in the area got a couple in, and I was like, huh, let me get this. I picked up Fire Emblem Awakening, and the rest is history.
I mean, the 3DS had a legitimately good library.
It was really good.
It'll never be the Vita for me, but
It's something, man.
Yeah.
It's a library. Unlike the Vita, it's a library that continues to have life in it.
I know the Vita's dead. You don't have to stab me with that fact.
Yo, I have a Vita. You know I have a Vita too.
Yeah.
You know that shit hurts me as much as it hurts you.
I do, but here's the thing, Rashad. I'm never getting it back. Sony legitimately, we talked about that news article where Sony was like, handhelds, nah. And I was just like, no, please.
You can keep doing it.
Please don't stop. Actually, don't stop. You were always my favorite.
It's like, yo, come on. The portable market is killing it right now. Don't stop this.
This is actually, no. Come on.
No,
give me a tiny PS4. Give me a tiny PS4. You gave me a tiny PS3. Now give me a tiny PS4. It'll be more worth it than you ever thought. It'll be more worth it than you ever thought. People like Danganronpa. It'll be more worth it than you ever thought.
Yeah, man. People bought uppers. Don't do this.
Bought uppers. Fuck you. I didn't get to. I will never give. I hate the world so much for not giving me uppers.
Uppers. PSO2 is coming to the West next year. Don't do this.
After years and years of no. I don't know what you're talking about. No. PSO2 is out. Give me uppers. Give me a tiny PS4, damn it.
Yeah, when I saw that announcement, all I could think is like, damn, Pat owes Liam a lot of money.
Oh, fucking Pat gave up on doubling it down, so they stopped.
Oh, damn.
Because Pat was just like, no, if we're just gonna keep doing this, it's gonna go on for forever. And everybody sent Liam like Twitter messages like, hey, Liam, vindicated. Vindicated. PSO2 came to America. Vindicated.
But yeah, guys, Nintendo Switch Lite, September 20th. Definitely check it
out. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit. Get hype.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. I wanna do two things. First, Tomo-chan wa Ononoko just ended.
Yeah.
900 something chapters. Each chapter is technically a page long. Get out there, read it. It's fucking amazing. One of the coolest things I've ever fucking read. I've loved it from minute one, and I'm glad I stayed the whole ride. I feel like I'd want to do that for an episode of this because it's so much fun. But it's gonna take you up.
Complaining about the ending, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? He's already in.
Yo, I don't. That's what I was saying. Like, what are you talking about? The whole point was for him to recognize, like, yeah, she's a girl, and for them to get together.
But did they not want her to win? What's up?
I'm guessing like there was certain things they just wanted to see more of.
It's just like, we're done.
It's like, yeah, I guess they couldn't take like the sudden finish. It's like, yeah, we're done. It's like, wait, that's it? No, I want more Misuzu. I want more Carol. Like, don't do this. Cool. Fine. Like, no, they're done.
About them.
It's like, yo, man, their arcs are finished. Like, what more do you want?
What more could you actually want?
Like Carol's arc finished like 30 or 40 something chapters ago. Misuzu's finished, I think, a little bit after that. Like, this is done.
Yep. That's what I mean. Like, I don't get what the upset's about. The fuck you want?
You're always gonna have those.
Fuck that you want? No, I mean, like, I guess I don't understand what it's about. I understand that feeling will always.
Yeah, I understand the feeling of like your series just finished and you don't know really what to feel.
I don't know, but like.
But it's like, why? Like,
what about? More yeah, she's happy. Wasn't that the goal? Aren't we done? What's going on? Okay, yeah. I'll get to my second one after Isaiah. What would you like? What do you hype about, Isaiah?
Skullgirls is coming out on the Switch.
Is it?
September. Yep.
Oh shit! When? September what?
This says September.
Oh.
I guess late September.
Okay.
But yeah, it comes with its own controllers too.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
And the processors are supposed to be faster than the PlayStation. So you actually won't get like a delay when you're playing it in a tournament.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like it got more functionality than the Vita version. Because the Vita version was kind of iffy.
It ran weird at certain points.
They fixed it. It works. I heard it works fine on the Vita now.
Now, but like
but at release.
Yeah, it was really laggy.
I play Beowulf. I remember throwing that chair into my fucking Wolf Blitzer, and then the Wolf Blitzer like kind of went like beep beep. I'm like, hey, you hold on a minute. No. That's supposed to work. But that's cool.
That's dope.
How about you, Master Specialist Rashad Jones?
So what I'm really hype about, and it actually has to do with my previous news not that long ago. Fire Emblem Three Houses is supposed to be coming out in a few weeks, and I have not looked at any sort of footage whatsoever.
I've heard it's got less of the wife stuff.
It's got less of the wife stuff. Sorry for that. That verb vomit. But it's got less of the wife stuff. But apparently, it still has like a lot of those like dating sim elements. But
weird. I thought getting rid of the wife stuff was done.
No, I'm saying but it's been done that way because you are in charge of an entire body of students, and so it requires you to have like interactions with them, to like build rapport, make sure like they get stronger abilities and stuff like that. So the interaction is a little bit more understandable because as a teacher you're supposed to maintain a good foundation with your class, and so that's really good. They're obviously not going to stop on the whole waifu market.
Yeah, because I was going to say that's what got Awakening to explode.
There have been a few. For those listening, if you've been on the Fire Emblem Reddit for these past few weeks, Bernadette's feet.
Because I remember I'm
gonna say. If
like
you know what it is, that's all I'm gonna say.
I don't like that. I don't like that you're like, for those of you in the know, Bernadette's feet. You're supposed to accept that. I don't know. That. Anyway.
And when they find out, and when you guys find out the association, they'll be like, "Fuck, I kind of hate the person that this is coming from. I really hate
the world. I hate this." But I have a thing to say about Fire Emblem, because the earlier games weren't like wife stuff.
Oh no, it was like very
just tactics games.
Just regular tactics games. Even the art style wasn't as anime as it is now.
Yeah, and then the wife stuff came out. The one that I remember that was like really, really hard on the wife shit was Awakening.
Yeah, because that's where the trend. Well, people like to say the trend started, the whole waifu stuff, and it kind of did. It kind of didn't, because
I understand that there was some of it before that.
Yeah, it was happening in the I forgot the Japanese title for it, but it was one of the Fire Emblem games on DS. And it was the first one to introduce the whole avatar system, whereas you can create your own character, you can interact with all the other units, and set up relationships and whatnot. But there was the marriage system, on the other hand, that was been a thing for a while. That was in Genealogy of the Holy War.
Right. But I'm thinking about the shit that I remember where people wouldn't shut up about it, specifically to do with this my girl.
Yeah.
That I remember happening in Awakening. I played some of the older ones like on the GBA, and I liked it the same way I like Advance Wars, the same way I like Shining Force. But I only really heard
Advance Wars is about the same people. So.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like it's a kind of game I'm fond of.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear about it from other people till Awakening, where like it was rife with wife, if you'll pardon the terminology. Just rife with wife shit.
I got no comments on that.
I was just like, okay.
It's
sure.
like, yo, I wasn't even thinking you were making a pun out of that, but okay.
This is what I heard. This is what I heard.
Life. Okay. I'm gonna add this to my vocabulary now.
It's like literally nothing but waifu. It's rife with wife. Yeah. But yeah, that's what I learned about it. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll play this one. And I was like, is it still Eugenics Project to win? I was like, yeah, it's still Eugenics Project to win. I was like, all right, fine, whatever.
But with the newer Fire Emblem games, the waifu market and the
waifu market, that's
it's
real.
the market. It's the market.
We live in. That's the world we live in.
This is the current timeline, people. There's a market for people who adhere this shit.
It's the timeline where Guts got off the boat. This is the life we live.
Sucked by the waifu market.
Yeah, the waifu market's real, Isaiah. You gonna tell me the waifu market isn't real when we love harem trash?
I know it's real.
Yeah. We literally talked about a game where the ending was talking about the venom that is the wife market.
Yeah, the newer Fire Emblem games, the waifu factors were very apparent. I hope in this latest one, because I haven't read or watched any sort of press on it so far, because I genuinely care about this game and I really want to be surprised by, all of the features that it has to offer. And I really hope that that factor isn't so, in your face as it has been with with Fates and Awakening, because Fates, it's very infamous.
Is it right with wife is the question.
It's very infamous for that.
That's what I mean. Like, I just remember hearing more about the franchise once it became, oh man, Cherche and their dragon thing or whatever. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I played it, but I played it as a eugenics project to kill everything.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I hope that they take the baby making out, because I don't think that it didn't have a place in Fates, and I really don't think it needs a place here. I really don't think that.
Yeah, Awakening had the future kids, whatever.
Because I remember this is supposed to model after a high school, and these are high school students. So
I have a question.
Keep that shit to a minimum.
Is it like Fantasy World still?
Yeah, it's still Anime Europe. They're not getting it.
Okay, but it's like modern Anime Europe.
Yeah.
To have a high school, right? It's not like it's still the 1600s, just as one high school.
It's still the 1600s, but it has the concept of a high school.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah.
Wait, then no, shut up, you're wrong, because in the 1600s it was like you're 13, all right, you better have a kid. Like that like that was the 1600s. I'm not surprised anymore.
No. Please don't do that.
I'm just saying, if they want to go with it, then I'm not surprised. Who cares? I fucking have you ever read like Jane Austen shit where it's like, well, I have to rely on a man, so at least I'll rely on a man who I can tolerate. Like that's not even a discussion anymore. Like shit sucks.
Come on, man. Just focus on those calculations, man. Focus on your school life. Make the most of it.
For God's sake, don't fail your pre-calc test. Just for once, think about numbers and not, other things.
It's like, come on, hit the library, kid. You got Regents next week.
Across the class is a girl with like pink hair and a single braid, and you're like, oh, damn it. It's life with wife. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is something I thought maybe is less so like hype and more just, I didn't think about this ever. So I imagine this is a thing mostly with our generation and the generation that came before us as far as the anime thing is concerned, where like there was a point where everybody kind of at some point went through the same milestones, right? Mm-hmm. Like everybody kind of saw the same thing at one point in their life or not. Yeah. And like when you got to know other people, like, have you seen this? No, watch this. And then we sort of like a weird monoculture where like you could look at anybody who's ever seen anime and then say Death Note and they know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Well, like that's changed over time because monoculture has sort of faded out. And I'm happy for that. As a niche weirdo, this is my home. I like weird, stupid things.
All right, Digibro, where you going with this?
Also, I like Part 5. He's so wrong about that. He's never been wrong. I showed Isaiah the fucking meme video. That's like just him being an old man about it.
Like,
sucks shit. Like, what?
Roasted his ass. He's like, first of all, it wasn't awarded for background art. You keep pointing to random spots in the damn frame. I talk about character design.
Also, yeah, no, that's what I mean by like he's being an old man about it, where he's like, it's not the stuff I like.
And I remember he made a video saying the very opposite of that. He's like, why are you guys worried about awards? Like, come on, it's super subjective. And what are you doing right now?
Yeah. I'm hype about manga culture dying. I think that's cool. But the reason I bring this up is because Ava's on Netflix now. And that means it's been like exposed to a whole new audience. And I don't know if they're going to what they're going to feel about it. Because I feel like Ava's one of those monoliths of anime people that like
I can tell you that right now. They think it's boring as shit.
Yeah, right? That's what I thought. That's what I think.
I can save you the trouble of wondering. They think it is totally boring, dude.
It only makes sense in context of everything around it. It doesn't make sense on its own. Mm-hmm. It's just weird. Like, it's fucking, I don't know. It feels weird to have people like, and also there's people who have always been like talking about Ava as like Ava's the fucking greatest thing that's ever existed. Hideaki Ono is like fucking otaku
genius.
Right. Like, it's cool. There's a lot of interesting stuff in it. That's fine. That's not my point. My point is because so many people talk it up, I don't know if watching it now without any of the perspective of when it came up would even mean anything.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, it's like too late, you know? It's like watching fucking Terminator 1 now. Where it's so cheesy and weird and goofy, but like at the time people were like, yo, can you fucking believe this movie with the robots and you're shooting people and like the special effects look awesome, and it's like
it's one of those things where like you really have to watch it in the frame in which the time that it was released in.
Period, yeah.
But because so much shit has come out since then, you know, it's impossible to view it in those lenses.
It just rips off Ava.
Like, come on.
Ripped off other shit. So, and like Ava was commenting on stuff of its time. Then that time is long forgotten.
Exactly. Like you barely do you like how often do mechas come out nowadays?
Fucking
like,
never.
It hasn't aged well. It really
hasn't. Be a boy thing. Every goddamn boy has loved giant robots when I was a kid. I don't know where that came from. I just know it was a thing. That's why Ava was considered so important, because it was like, you know, all that shit that's like really confusing when you look at it from a different perspective. It's a whole different world. I was like, yeah, all right, that's cool. I get it. It's a deconstruction thing. But in a modern context, that doesn't make it special. It's just kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's like
it's so just like to me, and like, why?
Why did they put it on Netflix?
Yeah, why for who?
Because they probably looked at like, where are the otakus like?
Yeah, it's really popular. I get that, but like, who's gonna be new to this and be into it? The only people who are gonna be into it are people who are already into it, and that's not gonna change anything. Because I don't know about you, but I don't know a lot of guys that spend all their time fucking watching anime on Netflix.
No one.
I don't even do this.
I don't. I like my nephew, who's only recently gotten more into anime, has begun to search through Netflix for those things, but only because I pointed them out, like, oh shit, Auron is on here? I haven't seen that in forever. And he's like, what is it? And I explain it, and he's like, oh, this is fucking awesome. And then he watches it. But also, that kid is like me from 10 years ago, so really, it's not a fair assessment of the general population. I know me. And that's why I'm like, I don't know, it feels weird to like put Ava there and then like have people watch it now without any context. Like, especially someone like my nephew's age, who was like grown up past all of this stuff, seeing stuff that grew based on Ava and came from Ava, and you know, it's shit like that. Like watching like early John Carpenter shit and then seeing the stuff that evolved and came from John Carpenter's work. It's a completely different experience to go back to that shit. And on top of that, like, here's one example that like always blew my fucking mind. I know I told you this, Isaiah. I don't know if I've ever told you this, Rashad. So my nephew grew up loving those Skylanders toys. You remember Skylanders, right?
Mm-hmm.
The attempt to make Spyro popular?
Right.
To keep Spyro alive? Okay. So when the Spyro game remake came out of Spyro 1, 2, and 3, I mentioned it to him to see what he thought about it. And he was like, no, I thought that was weird. And I was like, do you remember Skylanders? And I talked to him about it. He was like, yeah, I love those things. I was like, do you know that Skylanders was created to keep Spyro relevant? And he was like, is that what it was about? And I was like, yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like, he didn't know that. As a matter of fact, I remember him like chuckling, going, yeah, I heard about the Spyro remake. And I was like, Spyro's my least favorite Skylander. And I'm like, it didn't even do its job.
Yeesh.
It didn't even do its job. So, like, who are those for? It's for people who grew up with it, right?
Maybe.
I mean,
well, maybe this one is for people that didn't
even
watch it.
Specifically, yeah, but I don't think that's even worthwhile. That's what I'm saying.
Like people going back into it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the experience of someone watching Ava now without the concept of time would even mean anything.
Yeah, I don't even think the people who watched it in the time frame where it was originally released, I don't even think when they go ahead and rewatch it, I don't even think they think the same of it like they used to.
Has changed and like gone on, you know?
Exactly.
Like Berserk will always be Berserk because nothing was ever Berserk. Nothing was ever as batshit insane.
Is Berserk on Netflix?
I think the CGI.
The CGI, the new one is, yeah.
It's nice movies. But
the
like
new
not,
one and the movies, yeah.
Not the good Berserk.
Man, they're making the wrong choices. Come on, Netflix.
That's actually how I feel about putting Ava on Netflix. I'm like, how much money did you have to pay to get this for people who aren't even going to care? Because, like, if you give that to someone who's grown up past all the shit that was inspired by Ava, the shit that's done stuff better than Ava and stuff, it's not going to mean anything to them.
You think it's like the Steam department? Whoever does, like, the anime for Steam. It's like the same department.
Like random shit that was on anime.
You just say, like, hey, you know, this was cool back in the 90s, right? Yeah, put that on here.
Yeah, but Steam was even wilder. Steam chose crazy shit like only people like us cared about. So like this Ava thing, it just feels like it feels like a really short-sighted move.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Like, is Ava even relevant nowadays?
It depends on who you ask.
It's too late.
I mean to new people, not to us. Like, yeah, all right.
To new people, yeah, no, absolutely not.
No, right? So, who the fuck is this for? That's what I'm getting done. Like, who the fuck is this for? Because we're not gonna watch it on Netflix. We've already seen it, and even if we're gonna rewatch it, we probably have it downloaded somewhere. We're gonna go to a fucking website like Kiss Anime or I don't know. Fucking, if you're one of the guys who's like super serious about like ads and shit, Crunchyroll. I don't know, but like, this shit not gonna go on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's for new people who have never really seen Ava before, and are like, all right, cool, let's watch.
They're not gonna find it appealing.
They're not gonna get.
Or at least they're not going to get where it's coming from.
Yeah, they're not gonna get where
the commentary has.
I've met people who watched Ava like later in their lives. I'm like, man, I hate Shinji. He's whiny, and I'm like, I love that about him, because the entire point of Shinji is that he's not the kid who's like, yeah, cool, let's go kill shit.
Yeah, he's not Amuro. Absolutely not.
He's the opposite.
He's not Amuro.
He's literally the opposite. He's like, fuck, this is terrifying. I don't want to be a child soldier. What? This is stupid. It's like, well, I'm gonna put this dying girl back in the robot if you're not gonna do it. Well, then another human life is on my hands. I'm not gonna do that. All right, fine. I've never met you. There's lots of kids. There's lots of fucking anime where it's like, I never met my dad, but he's a hero. I love him so much.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in Ava, it's like, I never met my dad. I don't fucking like him. I don't know him. He's probably a dick, and then he is. Mm. Like, Ava is so specific to the time when it came from. It's so specific, and now that we're decades past it, there's shit that's done other stuff more interesting with the same concept.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like Ava is no longer relevant to people who have grown up in a world where Ava has such a huge influence.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, I agree.
It's why I think like this is really stupid and short-sighted. Who is this for? Because like Netflix already loses money like fucking trying to make new shit that never sticks. This probably will be another move that's like,
I
for who?
really want to know how they picked their stuff. Them and Steam.
Yeah, like, for who? Why? Who did you gonna watch this?
I can't even guess how they do it.
I'm so confused. I'm just so confused by this.
Because you just go to anyone that watches anime and you're just like,
Yeah,
that
what
probably
did you-
wouldn't work well. Like
What did
us
you-
or like anybody actually.
That's what I mean. Like, who did you talk to about this? Did you just
Like,
do
who did you think
numbers?
that, who did you talk to and think that would convince you like, yeah, this is a good idea?
Yeah, did you just look at sales numbers for like tickets to End of Ava or something? Like what? What did you look at? Ratings for the show itself? Because I tell you what, those ratings are 30 years old. They don't mean as much anymore. Fucking all like think about sitcoms that were massive in their time, like Cheers and Friends. Have you gone back to watch Friends? It's not fucking great. It feels weird going back to Friends. There's
So
a lot
even
of
from like a
casual
statistic
homophobia.
standpoint, it's bad.
There's a lot of casual homophobia.
Exactly.
Because that was the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And Ava, in its context, is worth a lot, but Ava outside of its context, I don't know if it fucking matters. And that's why when you're like, I'll tell you right now what they're gonna think. It's fucking boring. That's what I mean. Like, who then? Who is this fucking for? Why? It seems like such a bizarre move, and that's why it hits me. It's like, my guy, you love movies, right? Here, check out this fucking Buster Keaton movie from 1933. It's like a 6-year-old.
It's like, yo, who's gonna watch this now?
6-year-old
Wait, is it the one with the ending with the squiggly lines?
No, I'm talking about that one where the guy's like standing still.
No, I
and
meant
the-
for Ava.
Oh, the squiggly
The
line.
squiggly lines. That's what you remember.
The ending
that
was the
how
squiggly lines. Yeah.
Yeah, is that how you remember
Yeah,
the?
is that how you remember the ending?
Yeah.
You remember third convergence when all of existence wipes itself?
Yeah.
Squiggly lines.
Yeah.
I guess that's
Wow.
fair. Fine.
Okay. All right. Shit.
Yeah. Fine. That's human instrumentality. It's squiggly lines.
All right. The world ended The world ended 3 times for Isaiah to remember. Oh, squiggly lines.
Yeah. And then fly me to the moon. Let me play.
Stay with us.
That's it. Squiggly lines in the net, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic. So yeah, I don't know. I wanted to talk about that because it feels so weird. So
Yeah,
like,
trust
you
That's
know, it was on Netflix.
That's
For
a, I'm like that. Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. You're not wrong, because that's a thought I've been wrestling with for the past few weeks now, and it all originated from when I heard Wooly and Pat praise it, and it's just like, but honestly,
That's cool.
it's
I like
cool.
it.
Like, I can see why people would like latch on to like its theming, its narrative. For the time, like nobody really did anything like what Ava did.
When it
And
came
I'm
up,
like,
amazing.
but I'm like, I would think that I would definitely think that have that mentality that you guys are having, if I hadn't seen Gundam, if I hadn't seen Pat Labor, if I hadn't seen Gunbuster, if I hadn't seen
Gunbuster,
Space Runaway Ideon.
Gunbuster is like so much moving past it that it like yeah.
like
Like
I would definitely
like
have that.
78?
Yeah, exactly. And I would definitely have that mentality if I already hadn't seen those. Like, I get it.
But, like-
Ava was basically commenting on those. It's like, yeah, no normal kid would get inside a giant-ass robot, and fight to save all of humanity just because, like, hey, that kind of thing sounds cool. Nobody would do that. I get that. But there have been countless other animes that have done that since Ava. Those kinds of themes aren't as fresh as they used to.
Yeah, like the deconstructing fucking Madoka does it. Like
But
it's
the deconstruction, like, every other like manga that comes out, they deconstruct something that's come before.
I'll tell you what though, not all of them are all that fucking good. Like some of the later Silent Hills, good God. They depress me. They depress me at their attempts.
That's a thought I've been wrestling with for a while, because I'm thinking like, yeah, I've seen Ava, I've seen the rebuilds, and I've seen them all after I've seen all those other mech shows, and I see it in the frame that you guys are presenting, and I still don't think it's all that hype. Like, I still don't think it's like, yeah, I like the themes, I like how there's so much to dissect, even from the opening. like how it reflects on the narrative, the story, the character relationships. I like that. Hell, you can even like if you even have trouble looking up like because people like to parade like, oh yo, Ava's so complex, you know, its themes, its symbology, like you gotta really,
the Jungian psychology shit.
Yeah, like
where they're like, all right,
like,
in Jung's
like
concept of the human ego, like,
and DG Pro is like, yo, you just gotta have like a clear understanding. It's like, dude, you can literally do a Google search on the kind of themes that are present in Ava.
Fucking
Stop
articles. It's basically No Way Out. I fucking read books like that. Like, books that are older than Ava. Like, it's not new. It's just a cool one.
You can literally ask Google, like, yo, what is this shit in episode 2 of Ava mean? And it'll tell you. Like, it's not that. And even if you don't have that sort of, like, resource, which I don't see why you wouldn't.
You got a computer in your fucking pocket now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't see why you wouldn't have that resource. You know, if you just, like read that sort of, like, literature where it has those sort of philosophical themes and those elements, you can easily get it. You know?
Yeah. I mean, like, I fucking read like Nietzsche and Chekhov and guys like that have been doing that shit since like the fucking like 1800. Like, it's whatever.
Xenogears before I watched Ava, and I saw it. And I'm like, oh, I get it. Kind of playing on the whole religion and the approach to Christianity and how angels are offering their
also the implicit like fucking what's it called, the complex, what is it, the Electro one is the dad, is the mother, is the dad and his daughter, and the other one is, what is it, Oedipus complex.
There you go.
Oedipus thing where like he's looking in Ray for what he had in his mother, and then it becomes more literal as fucking time goes on. Like, it punches you in the face with the fact
like,
that
by the way, Ray is of his mother. Yeah.
It's like super literal. And it's not fucking amazing. Yeah, that's what I mean. But like in the context of when it came up, yeah, it was good. But like now, when there's so much other shit, who cares? Yeah. And new people are not gonna care.
I care.
And old people will watch it somewhere else. Who is this for?
I get it.
What is this? Ava even relevant to new kids? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Fucking.
I had a kid that I knew when I was working at a summer camp. He knew all the Gundams. He knew Universal Century. He knew Wing. He knew G Gundam. He did not like Ava. Never even heard of it. I'm like, oh, you don't know Ava? He's like, no, never heard of it. It's like, I'm like, how you know most of the Gundams, but you don't know Ava? It's like, And then I showed him the first episode. It's like, what was that all about? It's like, oh yeah, this is like a really popular show at the time. He's like,
it's like the opposite of what you're watching.
And he's just like, I can't see why the first episode's so boring. Like, nothing's happening. It's like, yeah, well, that's the intention. Like, it's not supposed to, he's not supposed to get into the robot the first episode. It's supposed to build up the reasons like why he shouldn't get in the robot. It's just like, well, what would be the point of that? It's like, man, it's an explanation that I could probably give to you, but you still wouldn't understand. It's like, and then he's just come to the conclusion like, well, it must be a really boring show then, if I won't be able to understand it, even if you explain it to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. It's like, it's the opposite of the other thing. So if you like the other thing, then this would make you rethink about the other thing. But like, I already did that before I watched you show. So like, what the fuck do I care? No, you're not telling me anything new. But I guess that's cool. It's still a cool idea to present. Sure, that's all right. And then just to like see them go like, hey, we're gonna put out Ava. Everybody loves Ava. And it's like, I mean, the people who love it. And the people who didn't love it, like, they're not gonna love it now.
I want to make a mech resurgence. Like, why don't you put some of the fucking did they put Universal Century?
Do you think it's a mech resurgence? I don't think that's what it is. I
think if they're trying to do that, I'm saying if they're trying to do that, that would be the step. And then I asked, wait, did they put any of the Universal Century?
Nah, I don't think there's a single Gundam up there.
Yeah, no, Unicorn is on there.
Is it?
Yeah, Unicorn is on there, the OVA and the series, but none of the Universal Centuries.
Fair, Unicorn is mad short.
Yeah, like Mobile Suit,
like Mobile Suit. Easier to get.
Yeah, I'm talking about Universal Century, like Mobile Suit, Zeta, Double Zeta.
Hey, I know, with Camille and Judao and that's
I
right.
have not yet to see that. And I'm thinking, like, if the idea is to create a resurgence in the mech genre, which it's really not going to happen anytime soon.
I don't think that's what it is.
Now I'm saying, like, if that was the idea, then
Pick something,
that would be normally where you would start.
Yeah.
But you'd start with Ava, and just like you start with the thing that's meant to deconstruct all those other things.
That maybe they don't fucking know. Like I don't know how many kids that can go up to now and go like, yo, Macross. Like, they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Can't go, kid. No. Hey, Deca Man Blade. Like, no, they're just gonna look at me and go like, who are you?
Macross. Yo, Space Battleship Yamato, son.
Yo, Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Yo, man.
My boy.
Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Yo, fuck Code Geass. It ripped it all off.
Yo, IGPX.
Oh god.
It's so fucking funny. I like that. Yeah, Space Battleship Yamato. Yeah, yo, Captain Harlock. Like, what? No, it's gonna stare at me.
Oh man, but yeah, as far as its placing, I don't understand it myself, and you're not wrong in that, because I've been wondering myself, like, okay, it's cool that they're trying to create some sort of like vibe here, but I don't think Ava's the right place to start in that, because that in itself, you know, if you take away, like you said, like if you take away like the whole context from the time it was released in, it doesn't really stand all up that well.
No, not at all. And I understand being able to appreciate a thing in its context. You know, like Devil May Cry 1 is hard to go back to, but when you think about the time it came out, it's the most mind-blowing fucking thing in the world. Mm-hmm. Right, but if I'm giving this to a kid who's played Bayonetta, he's gonna say this is a jank piece of shit and I don't want it. Like, that's just what it is. No. And I can't force someone to make that concession. And that's why I'm just like, for who? Why? What's this even about?
I feel like it's
like, did you think this was gonna make people come? Why? Who did you think was gonna show up and go like, yes, this is what I'm here for? People who already have like Netflix are gonna be watching Netflix. People who don't have Netflix aren't suddenly coming in because they got Ava. Like, there's no other place to watch Ava. Like the motherfucker who's that obsessed with Ava probably doesn't already have the 7 different box sets that have come out.
He has the platinum DVD box sets just sitting somewhere in his shelf, in his closet.
It's like a guy who's obsessed with Gurren Lagann has like the $250 DVD box set or whatever. Like, yeah, why the fuck do you think putting it on Netflix is gonna make him spend 10 extra bucks? Yeah. What about that is the plan? I guess that's just what confuses me.
So, like, what would you rather have if you had like the choice?
If I could pick any,
if you have like any like old show, you mean?
Any old show or any show in general?
Well, to like, you know, like compared to Ava, like a newer version of Ava with the same symbolism, heavy symbolism and stuff.
Another deconstruction show?
Yeah.
Deconstruction show?
Deconstruction shows are kind of hard because they rely on you understanding where
like where you coming from.
Yeah. I know, but what would be like the modern one?
Oh, a more modern one?
That's not too niche.
Ooh, but
that's pretty hard to say because the deconstruction genre is a genre of itself where it just needs to be a commentary.
Literally based on you needing to know other shit. So, I think what would be the thing people know the most likely about that would probably work? Fuck.
Because I think I see what Netflix is trying to go for when you guys talk about it. Trying to be like, oh, this is the epic anime to remember.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, oh yeah, this is something I would say Dragon Ball Z. If you're talking about like just a general purpose, like anybody could get into this at any point in their life, and like it'll draw people in at least.
Yeah, but
I would say Berserk.
In reality, it's like, actually a product of its time.
kids fucking love Dragon Ball Z. If you mean like specifically a deconstruction thing, then that gets a little hazy because deconstruction things exist only to be like foils to the things that exist. But like, and if the purpose is just trying to get people in, then you could just
it's not gonna work.
Thing from its time
to like get people get new people to watch it. No, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, like I don't know, fucking like you know what kids love? Boku no Hero Academia. Like that would work. Kids love that shit.
Yeah.
It's actually Naruto.
Are you like just talking about gateway anime?
No, I'm talking about like, you know, like trying to get like the whole deconstruction
thing. Would say like, oh, when you think about this, you just think epicness, right?
Yeah.
If you specifically refer to deconstruction as the subgenre, I don't think you could put anything because you need to have everything that gives it context. If you mean just something that people would go like, oh yeah, that shit was hype back then and is still hype now, then I think you could pick like any fight thing and like kids would fucking love it.
Yeah.
No, I meant like the first one, but I guess that's too hard.
That's hard.
Man. I don't think it's possible because deconstructions require you to have the context of everything that came up around it.
Yeah.
Like Anton Chekhov books are like based on people being like, oh, that's not morally okay. It's like, well, no, but it's real.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, you know what? A guy seeing another woman and not having sex with her, just having a nice chat, was much more scandalous in 1820 than it is in 2019. So like, yeah, it's really different in that sense. That's sort of what I mean by deconstruction. By its very nature, requires an understanding of everything that it's referring to, so that you can see where it's bouncing off of. You know, like Madoka only makes sense if you've already seen a bunch of Mahou Shoujo stuff. Eva only makes sense if you've seen a bunch of mecha shit.
And I think School Days makes a lot of sense if you've seen a lot of harem anime.
Yeah, School Days literally only lives on understanding harems.
Yeah, and how they work. It's like, oh, you know, all the girls like him because he's this nice guy. It's like, no, because they're emotionally dependent on him. They're all broken inside, and he's taking advantage of that. And that's why instead of like just going like, oh, we're gonna hang out and goof out, he fucks them. Like he goes all the way in. Like that's what I mean. But like I don't know, it necessitates context as a genre. So like I can't imagine a deconstruction thing working on its own merits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they would already have to be written in on anime.
Yeah, it would literally have to be, well, it's a thing you know, so we can work from there.
I mean, now that I think, I don't know if this is a good example, but Ray Zero's popular, and people refer to that as a deconstruction.
I don't
genre. I don't really see it.
It is. Yeah, I don't know if it is.
I don't really see it. I see it more as a subversion, because whenever he dies, it's slightly different.
It's the play on it.
Yeah, it's a subversion.
It's not
I see
like
it as deconstruction.
It's not like, wow, it
like,
really takes
apart. Yeah, if I'm thinking like a deconstruction of isekai, I would think what's that damn thing called? Now and Here and Now.
Oh like my god, you missed us. We did that.
Wait, no, we can't tell them that.
Then cut this out.
Oh, you guys did an episode of that?
Then just cut this out. Yeah, we did. Well, actually, it's more of a post-apocalypse story.
Yeah, but you would see that as like, yeah, he's sent to another world.
We talked about that. Yeah. Like the thing you're describing right now, we talked about that.
Yeah, but that's how I would look at a deconstruction in that particular genre. At least I would.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but I think it would need to be like even more divisory.
Yeah.
A lot of harsher. Like Ava's not nice to robots.
Nah.
Madoka is not nice to Mahou Shoujo. I think
maybe that would work better.
Madoka?
Yeah.
Madoka? I think Madoka isn't Madoka on there?
Do you think kids know Mahou Shoujo?
I think they've seen the concept of it.
Oh no,
like
yeah, they've seen the concept because there
but
have
I mean,
been.
To understand the tropes and the whole things, because Madoka has so much shit. Like with the unrequited love of Homo, and like
there have been because there have been like Western shows that adopt those sort of tropes. I think Magical Ladybug does that.
Really?
Yeah, because it has a whole like transformation, like secret identity and stuff like that.
That's a superhero thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, I'm talking about like as far as like secret identity and getting like mystical powers granted to you.
Okay, because as I say, yeah, Mahou Shoujo has some overlap with fucking superheroes. Fine, I get that, like the pretending to be one person while the other. But I feel like Mahou Shoujo is so steeped in the girl problem.
Are you talking about like unless they've watched like fucking Sailor Moon or fucking
fucking this jewelry store is stealing your youth because you're greedy. Or fucking Haruka and Michiru having like a lesbian relationship and trying to make that work where Haruka presents male. Like there's so much layering to that. That like fucking I don't know if the other things do that. Like Madoka is more like, did you watch Doremi? Alright. I'm about to tell you Maji Majo Doremi and Melody Peachy Peach are some real shit.
Oh man, there was another one I was thinking of too. I forgot the damn name. Ugh. It was the one with the cat girls.
Oh, Tokyo Mew Mew.
Yeah, there you go. You're
telling me they're powered by the spirits of...
They're powered by the spirit of fucking deities, yeah.
Endangered animals.
And each of them are named after a fruit. Like, alright.
Go. Oh. The golden and the fucking cat girl.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, God.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
That would only work if they would ask that, like, yeah, have you seen this or that? Yeah. And it's like, yeah, here's why those things aren't good.
Yeah, like fucking with all these girls being powered by goddamn animals, because they're merged with animal DNA, and then like the Mahou Shoujo thing inside of fucking Madoka is like, are you ready to make the deal for the power, knowing that the power will eventually corrupt you, and it's got a whole bunch of shit. I don't know. It's like, I feel like deconstruction, by its very virtue, necessitates its context. Otherwise, it just seems like random sad shit.
Which, it's boring.
You know, for some people, that's boring.
Shinji's a sad boy.
I love random sad shit. Random sad shit's my shit.
Damn, that shit went on an entirely different topic there.
Well, I mean, then
again, it's a discussion. Yeah, it's a discussion that really can drive a conversation because it's something that's become so befuddled in the mainstream nowadays, and it's just like, oh, deconstruction means this. It's like, okay, yeah, it means that, but it doesn't really stand on its own as its own like genre anymore.
Yeah, no, it needs
like you said, it needs context from the other things that came before. You know, because everyone when I was in middle school, like school days was a hot thing, and you know, it's like, oh yeah, they were loving it. It was like, oh, you know, it's a super crazy thing. You know, like this dude cheats on his girlfriend, and then you know, because they only remember the outcome of the 12th episode.
Nice,
and that's how it got its reputation. But I sat around and watched the full series, knowing that I watched other harem series in the past, like Love Hina. I've watched Comic Party. I've watched just a bunch of other harem animes that I can't think of at the time.
I want to see you Will say that.
Going from the shit of like girls having like goofy fights.
And whatnot.
Where they're like smacking each other. Like we literally talked about Zaito Vampire. There's a lot of points where like Mizore and Kurumu are just smacking each other's shit, and it's like supposed to be goofy. But then you take it to the logical extreme that's in school days. There's like, I mean, it would probably get kind of violent if they're willing to hit each other.
Yeah. And
it's like, yeah, it's not gonna go well.
Yeah.
Especially if you're leading that many people on. It's not. How could it?
I can't even. That series, like with the whole context I have of it now, before I went to watch it, I'm like, oh shit, like he's a complete scumbag,
a fucking monster.
And it makes me look at other harem protagonists totally different. It's like, holy shit, what if they actually went that extra mile and just like took advantage of the goodwill those girls offered towards him.
Yeah. That's why I go let harem protagonists have to be saints. There's no other way for that to go well.
They have to be completely sick-headed to the advances. Because if they knew what was going on, what kind of situation they're in.
If he took the bait, that's it. This is gonna turn into a real fucking messy story. Which is why I'm like, he has to be a saint. He has to pick the one girl and then go like, I love her, and then that's it, and be honest and upfront about it. Because if he's anything like that, fuck.
He who will not be named.
I refuse to say his name. I'm actively choosing not to. I know him. You kidding me? I played school days, summer days, and cross days where he has sex with the other guy in exchange for not having sex with the girl that guy has a crush on, but then he fucks both of them anyway. Of course I know his name. Choose not to.
I wish I never played cross days.
Yeah, I bet that's real heavy, isn't it? You're like, Yuki, okay, a guy. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm sorry, what? Is this
hey, I'm gonna cross-dress to seduce him. I'm like, well, what are you doing now?
This seems like this can only go poorly because of summer days.
Oh my god, like, you did not he's not thinking this plan through at all, are you?
Yeah. It's like, oh, I get it. It'll be like goofy hijinks. So pretend to be... No. Call her on the phone now. But, no, call her on the phone now. Oh, God. And then the other guy's, like, just standing there in the... cross days makes me sad.
Oh, God.
Alright.
Worse, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's worse.
Yeah, jeez.
Like, it takes the whole, he's a piece of, he who will not be named is a piece of shit and just runs with it. He's like...
That guy. The guy blood is even scummy.
Worse.
Makes him even worse. I feel so bad for Setsuna.
Yo, she was the diamond in the shit-stained sea. That series. Because she was the only one trying to do better for herself.
I also feel that way about Nanami, where Nanami's like, fucking, I'm trying to be, like, a mature and adult person because I don't want to fucking get in this mess, man.
That's true.
I know this is going to go bad. There's no way it's not going to go bad. She has a boyfriend, and then things happen. Alright.
Never have I hated a female basketball team so much.
They're fucking monsters. Okay, wait. We're gonna get lost and spiral into a different episode.
Yeah, so
we already talked about like 3 different things.
Or...
Yeah. So with that in mind, thank you very much for listening to Manga Palate, and we'd like to thank our guests for coming along for this magical ride. And you know what? If I can convince Isaiah to play any one of those games, we'll have you back. That's a bad field trip.
We need to have a commentary
trip. I would like fucking watch Isaiah play and talk the whole time. I go like, all right, you ready?
I have the file for School Days HQ on my hard drive. Just let me know, man.
Just send it to me. No, send it to me now.
All I have to do is pick if I want to go to lunch right there. That doesn't seem so serious. You have no idea where this goes.
You have no idea.
Is it safe for streaming?
I'm not sure.
Probably not. Okay, that's no.
I would say no. I would say no.
Well, I guess you can't watch me stream it then.
I feel there's a clean version somewhere.
Doubtful.
I probably wouldn't play this.
I mean, you could just like edit out the bits, right?
I got released on PS2.
Yeah, I'll be recording it.
All right. Well, anyway, like I said, thank you so much for coming, and we very much appreciate it. We'd love to have you back for some other thing that we won't shut up about.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And that's been Manga Palate, and if you're still here, you guys get it.
Yeah, you guys get it.